fighting with Ethiopia? Where were the bros when we exposed King Leopold? Where were the visa for righteous when we fought for laws that made all migrants ungrateful, some hateful, but all put up to our table and poured out with a plate full. All put up to our table and poured out with a plate full. No disrespect in my house, 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 in my house. Visitors should be thankful. Oh, I don't come at all, come at all. No disrespect in my house, 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 in my house. Visitors should be thankful. I don't come at all, come at all.
This is my country here. So I don't want to be called African American. I'm an American American. My people have died and done everything for this country. Built this country too.
African Americans built this nation. We built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that.
I'm always going to be known as a Black American. I can't call myself an African American because
I am not an African American. I'm an American. I am a Black American. I am definitely Black. And yes, so
Africans don't even fuck with us.
Wow.
Because they don't. We're not from the motherland. We're from America. So I'd rather say I'm a Black American. So I consider myself a Black American. I don't consider myself African American. And shout that.
Yes, I'm Black. I'm proud of it. I'm Black and beautiful.
I am not Black, okay? Hear me out. Growing up, my mom absolutely hated when we refer to ourselves as Black. She's like, you're not Black, you're Nigerian, you're African. I feel like the term someone is Black obviously comes from the slave era. Stop referring to yourself as Black. You know, if you know where you're from, you're raised in a certain household. I feel like when we say Black, it just sounds so harsh and like, this is Black. I'm brown. You know, I'm Nigerian at the end of the day. Like, that's who I am.
So you've got a deaf, blind, dumb, backwards person speaking an African language, coming from the African country, came here to be a parasite, eat on and play down, because these people are so punked out and scared of the white man that they feel because they're scared of the white man, they got to be against us. Just like a guy from Africa, he can say he's African, but there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or that's his ethnic nation.
You know, Somalians are Somalians, Ethiopians are Ethiopians, Nigerians are Nigerians. Like, if you know where you're from, why refer to yourself as a color?
There's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or that's his ethnic nation. Racially, we are together, but economically, we may well be enemies.
At a building made famous by the man who freed the slaves, Obama isn't the descendant of slaves.
So to make the point that Kamala isn't a foundational Black American, well, you know, roughly defined, foundational Black Americans, the descendants of American slaves, you've taken away the whole purpose of this.
And Malcolm was able to handcuff scholars all over America, some with 2 PhDs. But when white folks can't defeat you, they'll always find some Negro, some boot-licking, butt-licking, buck-dancing, bamboozled, half-baked, half-fried, sissified, punkified, pasteurized, homogenized. They can trot out in front of you. I hear you had one of these Negro.
Show me love. No more riding with lies against us. gotta show me trust. If you wanna ride with us, you gotta show me love. No more riding with lies. You gotta show me trust. If you're looking for inclusion, then talk to me. Talk to the family tree. We can all ride when it's time to slide on our enemies. And we can all ride when it's time to override these policies. If you wanna ride with us, you gotta show me love. No more riding with lies, sister. You gotta show me trust. If you wanna ride with us, you gotta show me love. No more riding with lies, sister. You gotta show me trust. You wanna ride with us, you gotta show me love. No more riding with lies against us. You gotta show me trust. If you wanna ride with us, you gotta show me love. No more riding with lies. You gotta show me trust. If you wanna ride with us, you gotta show me love. No more riding with lies. You gotta show me trust.
Of a discussion about FBA.
Sure.
You don't
Sure.
want that smoke. You don't want that smoke though, Ron.
Hey, bro, nobody can do
Hey,
anything.
see,
with
look
me,
here.
bro.
Ron, I'm gonna tell you this, Ron. See, you can fuck with people like Rob Moore and all these other cats. You can't fuck with me.
Yo, nobody can do anything with me, bro. And that's what he thought.
Ron, I never understand. I don't know your thoughts about Tariq Nasheed. Do you like him or dislike him?
Family, why does every conversation end up talking about Tariq Nasheed? Then he want to know, do I like him or dislike him? Yo, they want us to go against Tariq Nasheed so badly, it's insane. They hate that man that much that they want us just to say something bad about him. Wow.
Got over here with
Possibly so you are leaving it open that some was possibly here before the slave trade.
Now watch this. When white folks got over here with slaves, nobody was here.
No, there were people here.
They told
right.
You, they
That
told
part I
you
You
agree with.
said a lot of us. When you said us,
No
I'm
Negroes.
thinking you're talking about Black Americans.
Right. Black Americans is everybody who endured U.S. chattel slavery. Are you telling me that people that was here before white folks got here, you telling me they were not thrown, some of them weren't thrown in U.S. chattel slavery?
Bro, no, that ain't the same. That's not the same thing. We're talking about Black Americans.
Hey, family, is it me or the Caribbean dude won't let me finish? He's chiming in. I'm trying to let the guy know that there are no Black Americans in 1600, okay? We became black when we called ourselves black. Endonym, okay? And that was during the 1960s. around that time. We called ourselves black and we had our own definition. Had nothing to do with color. So prior to then, we were called Negroes, colored, and white folks will sometimes call us black as a derogatory descriptor, adjective, not like how we called ourselves black in the 60s as a proper noun. Okay, but the Caribbean dude will not relax and let me explain while I'm supposed to be explaining. This was my time to explain. Get a couple words in and I'm cut off.
Right. Okay. So now, yeah, black Americans.
So now you being tricky.
Are
So family, here comes the framing, okay? They want to frame me as somebody playing semantics, being tricky. He won't even let me explain the black American thing. All right, now this is done intentionally because he called my show before and I went over this already. I played it, you guys heard it. All right, so this is being done purposely. They're trying to have me look a certain way in front of their viewers and I'm not going to stand for it.
no, black Americans are people who share the
chef.
same ethnogenesis.
Cooking, chef.
Did y'all hear me clearly say black people are people who share the same ethnogenesis? It's not who you think it is, man. My guy, I'm trying to let them know who are considered black people today. It's not just what you think it is. It's not just the people who came on slave ships. He keep thinking that. He keep thinking only people of African descent are grouped as black Americans. And I'm saying, no, there were some Native Americans that were thrown into U.S. chattel slavery, and they endure. We endure. They are also considered foundational black Americans. Quick reminder, we don't use black as a descriptor or an adjective. We use it to describe our entire ethnogenesis. So yes, if you were here before slave ships and you endured U.S. chattel slavery, you're black, meaning you endured, you went through, you're going through the ethnogenesis experience. I'm trying to explain this to the Caribbean guy, but he won't let me finish.
Yeah,
that's impossible. That's impossible.
So hold on. Black Americans are here because of the transatlantic slave trade.
No, black Americans are people who experience the same ethnogenesis, starting with U.S. chattel slavery.
Where in the United States?
Okay, what I'm saying is, if a slave ship came over here with people
to the United
States, right here, and if somebody did not go through U.S. chattel slavery, let's say they got shipped to Jamaica or Brazil afterwards.
No, I said the United States. We're talking about black Americans. We're not talking about Brazil or the Caribbean.
Right.
So the Caribbean man keeps saying we got dropped off in the United States. So I attempted to say, bro, what are you talking about? That's why I just said here. Like, I'm not agreeing with that because there was no United States in the 1600s, man. Like, what are we doing? I'm trying to dude, you got this doctrine in your head because you guys don't understand the ethnogenesis. It's okay. I'm trying to work with these guys.
What will FBA be? Is FBA Brazilians?
Real quick, Ron Chef.
Yeah.
Ron,
I'm definitely not getting it.
No, hold on, Chef. Hold on, Chef and Ron.
Call in.
I put my head
No,
down.
we right here. We having a discussion right now.
Chef, hold on.
So he claims he's not getting it. I said call in. When I said that I'm talking about my show, he said, no, we're having it here right now. Well, dude, we're not having it. You're cutting me off. The host is cutting me off. I'm not able to finish a coherent sentence at all. Everybody's cutting me off, and then you're blaming me while you're confused. So I'm like, all right, well, just call in my show. This won't happen. So he called in before, and this wasn't happening as far as me explaining our ethnogenesis. So, no, we're having it right here. Well, I'm trying to have it right here, but it's not going anywhere. I'm being cut off because you guys thought you knew my position. Now you don't. And now you're like, okay, we done messed up.
No, hold on, Chef. Listen.
Okay, you got hair in your chin now?
Ron, listen. Just sit down. I'm just making one sentence. I put my head down so I can seriously, intently listen to you. And I think Chevron was doing the same. We are listening to you. But I think me and Chef's issue is you're not making it plain.
Hey, family, how many words did I get in to make it plain? I never had an opportunity to make it plain. They keep cutting me off. I have not even explained the ethnogenesis and how, well, I just said, bro, there was no United States. I'm trying to correct these guys. I know they're all over the place and they won't let me go. So it's like, yeah, I see why you're confused. It's your own stupidity.
It's like a little wordplay. Chef is asking you a question. I'm looking for a direct answer, but it's like a tricky answer. You get what I'm saying, Chef?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead, Rob.
So, family, that's called framing. They're trying to frame me as a confused person that doesn't know what he's talking about in front of their audience. So when I make sense, they can like overlook it because I'm the confused one. Now, you guys can bear witness. I have basically said nothing. They keep interrupting me, but then say I'm not making sense. I'm not making it plain. I'm confusing. Okay, this is a weak tactic. But don't worry, I'm going to eventually have time to talk and explain, and they're going to be quiet like filthy mice.
Okay.
Go ahead. So explain.
There is no United States in the 1600s, my guy.
We know that. We just
Okay,
saying here.
he keeps saying that.
His
Let's
intent
start
is-
right there.
No, he's just
Okay.
talking about what we call today United States of America. That's all he's
Yeah,
doing.
no, you gotta be mad. You gotta be precise because what I'm saying is that these the Liberians are not FBAs, even though they were in this country, even though it was part of the U.S. Even though they went through some of U.S. chattel slavery.
I think you're changing his question, though.
Exactly.
No, I'm pointing out something. I'm going back. I'm saying people who came over here on slave ships, if they got dropped off of here, like let's say 1600s, and then let's say they got shipped off to Haiti or Brazil, that person, even though he came on a slave ship from Africa, dropped off here first, will stay here temporarily first, and then went somewhere else, that person is not FBA. So if an indigenous Indian, whatever you want to call them, was here already, and that person was thrown into U.S. chattel slavery, that Indian was here before U.S. slave ships. I'm saying, lack of better words, Indian.
Okay,
And that Indian was, yeah.
Pause real quick, and I want you to continue.
Family, can we be honest? I can't even explain it. They're cutting in and they're complaining about being confused. Can I finish and then you guys can say, okay, I don't get it. I have a question. I'm not even done. Okay, they're doing this on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
When you say that, in people's mind listening, when you say thrown into chattel slavery,
right?
Are you trying to say that they were Native Americans and Amerindians in the cotton fields with us picking cotton?
What I'm saying is, wait, hold on. Let's make this right. Are you saying?
Now listen to
listen
what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. You're saying they were thrown into chattel slavery with us.
Right.
Meaning if they're with us in chattel slavery together, that means we would be in the cotton fields, in the sugarcane fields together. I don't recall Native Americans picking cotton in the antebellum South with us. Do you, Sheffreen?
They don't got to be right side, because when you talk about freedmen, right? You had people.
This is why I'm gonna cook you when I come on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Everybody says that, and nobody leaves looking smart.
He's cooking you now.
Okay, so I don't know how they're using the word cooking. They're asking me to explain something. They're cutting me off from explaining it. And the Caribbean guy calls that I'm being cooked.
He is?
What's
Yeah,
going to be
by
the
your
difference?
logic. I'm quoting your logic directly.
Yo, bring this guy with you, Chief. All right.
No, we
So
right
now-
here, right now. Go ahead, make your point.
Right. What I'm saying is, I don't know the exact role of what they were doing. I'm saying if they were grouped up, thrown into any type of slavery, U.S. chattel slavery, whether it's picking cotton, tobacco, rice, railroads, whatever they had them doing, and they stayed there and they was reclassified, and they stayed there. They got descendants that go from there all the way to now. That is what we call FBA. So you don't have to necessarily be from a slave ship. If you share the same history, culture, experiences, all those things with us, that's what make you FBA.
Family, you can't make it more plain than that. Okay, if you're still confused, then maybe you ate too much lead paint in Baltimore City.
That was so confusing.
That's what. Okay, so you got to go read an.
You just made that up.
Okay, listen. Let me tell you.
Keep in mind, the Caribbean guy was on my show already. He got embarrassed and cooked. He just said I made up what an ethnogenesis in America from U.S. chattel slavery. He said I made it up, and then later he's going to agree it existed. He's a weirdo.
Let me take this angle with you. For instance, I'm gonna be real quick, and then Chef can go, whatever. Ron.
Yes, sir.
They weren't doing anything with us, is my claim.
They don't have to go. They don't have to be. Okay.
Okay. Well, you said that.
You know what?
You want to change what you said? Then I can argue.
No.
So just to be clear, my position is very clear that the Native Americans, Black Indians, whatever you want to call them, indigenous peoples of America, were thrown in slavery. Some of them were thrown in slavery with folks who came off the slave ships. You heard a brother say he don't agree with that. They don't agree with that. They believe that we were the only people enslaved in America. Nobody was thrown in with us. Nobody was grouped in with us. That's their position. Once I debunked them, watch how they change gears and never acknowledge it.
No.
Or were they in the African American schools?
No.
Because I got the images.
No. They're doing hard work.
Okay,
they're
so
doing
they wasn't
physical.
with us. If they wasn't in the cotton field with us, they didn't go to our same schools.
Okay, so you're saying no. Okay,
and if
good.
they had
Thank
laws,
you. So now I got you.
If they had
Oh, shit.
if they had laws where they weren't supposed to have sex with their slaves, if Cherokee had a slave, they wasn't supposed to have sex with their slave. That's in their bylaws. So they wasn't with us in the sense you're saying. That's what I'm asking you. Want to take it back? I'm trying to give you an out.
No, I don't. I'm 10 toes.
Go ahead. I'm gonna be quiet.
Stop taking that shit back. Okay. Cool. So I got this for you, my guy. Simple Google research. Anybody can do. That's why I was like kind of confused, but y'all not listening to what I'm saying and changing my talking points. I'm not taking nothing back. All right, hold on. So this was a simple, quick Google search.
While he's doing,
okay.
Chief, what are y'all talking about, Chief X, right now? What are y'all talking about specifically right now, Chief X? We keep looking, brother. I just want to ask you real quick. What are y'all?
I'm kind of lost. I think unbiased Ron is saying that Native Americans were in chattel slavery. So in that context, he can group them or
with us,
or say that they are part of foundational Black Americans.
Our ethnogenesis. So here we go.
No, he
so
said
it says,
we said they was in chattel slavery with us. That's the key
word.
Well,
okay, look, I got it. So the bottom line is this: they went through the same ethnogenesis that we went through. Watch this. It says,
define that. I don't know. Define ethnogenesis.
I got it.
I don't know
So let me start here first. So maybe go to some research. Simple Google search.
It's the beginning of your ethnic group.
So family, did y'all peep that out? Now the Caribbean guy understands what an ethnogenesis is miraculously. When he just earlier said I made it up. When I went to describe that we are part of the same ethnic group, when I say we, I'm saying people came over in slave ships. We're part of the same ethnic group as those who were here already, the natives who were here already and were thrown into slavery. Those who were thrown. This don't apply to everybody. This don't apply to everybody, but those who were thrown into slavery. We both share the same ethnic group. I tried to explain that earlier. The Caribbean guy said I made it up, and now he's going to define ethnogenesis. This is unbelievable. Then he can't even explain it.
Ethno, like ethnic.
Ethno
and
people,
your
ethno means
Genesis
people,
beginning.
and Genesis means beginning.
Right.
It's the beginning of a new
Your
social
ethnic
group.
Right.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so repeat the word, say it in the sentence you said it again.
It's the
after that.
beginning of your specific ethnic group. The
Okay,
origin, the beginning of your ethnic
cool.
group.
Now I got that.
Like Black Americans.
Okay, now Ron, slow down.
So it says intermarriages with Native Americans and Blacks, right? It says because Africans and Native Americans were sometimes enslaved together. I'm kind of confused here. They lived, worked, resisted, and had families together. You see mixed descent categories in some records: mulatto, musty, whatever, Indian Negro, etc. Some Black Indians, this is what it's saying, some Black Indians, Afro-Indigenous families trace back to this era where Native and African people were enslaved in the same household, plantation, and formed kinship. So yes, there were people who were both indigenous and African by blood, and they and their kin could be enslaved exactly like other Black people. So family, I just proved that the natives, right, Americans, the indigenous Americans, indigenous people of America, however you want to term them, I clearly just proved that they were enslaved right along with us, that both of these weirdos act like they never heard of before. Just like the other weirdos, like they act like they never heard of a transatlantic slave trade where Africans sold us. Okay, West African sold us. People from modern Ghana sold us. Benin, the Ivory Coast, what they call it. All right, they want to deny that. So these weirdos, family, they like to deny recent history just to make us look like we don't know what we're talking about. Now watch this. They're not going to, now I just debunked both of them with an easy Googleable source. They're not going to respond to it at all. They're going to do a revenue. They're going to deflect and run somewhere else. Listen. I don't know so hard about that.
It's very hard because I have.
Okay.
So you said you said the mixed people, African and Native American. Okay. The Native American in them, that Native American parent is indigenous, but that African parent isn't indigenous.
Were they together? The Native American and the slave Black? Did they live together or no?
They met in them lands because one of the ancestors.
Oh, so they came together. So family, I clearly hid it out and pointed out, oh, so they came together. So now the guy, the host, he now admits they met up with them all of a sudden. Before, my position is they never met with each other. I have the law of the schools. Now all of a sudden, oh yeah, they met with each other. Family, why? Yo, they want to stop delineation that badly. And by the way, I mean, this is just ridiculous.
No. I'm saying the Black person, the Africans' ancestors came from Africa on a boat. They're indigenous to West and Central Africa. The Native American parent is indigenous to America. What's so hard about that?
Family, what did he say to debunk the fact that I read that we, who know we came from slave ships, linked up with the people who were already here in slavery? What did he say? He deflected. This is why they didn't want to come on my channel, because I will hold you accountable. And I went against my New Year's resolution about hopping on other folks' panels. But to be honest, I hopped on his panel because he was talking about how Africans really enslave Africans. And I came over here to like verify that, to piggyback on that, to stamp that, all that. But somehow it got switched to FBA as soon as I got there, like some little FBA trap.
Let me take a stab at it, and then I'll let Montoya.
I want to let him answer real quick, if you don't mind, Chef, because that's a great question, Chief. I would love to hear his answer to that. What's so hard about that the Native person was indigenous based on their parents, and the African was still brought from Western Africa? So what's
I think he agrees.
I don't see the contradiction with that.
Right. So that.
I'm not saying it's a contradiction. What's
No, I agree. I agree.
So he agrees with that, Chief X. So what are we talking about then?
The brother said he agrees with that, Chief X. So what are we talking about? Why are you basically, Chief X? Why are you deflecting? Why you just say some random babble? Why not address the fact that he debunked you that the natives in U.S. and America were enslaved with those who came on slave ships? Why not address that? Why deflect? That's what the brother just said. Now Chief X ain't done deflecting. He's gonna deflect more, act like he's just so confused.
Okay, so he's flip flopping right now because I made.
I just said I agree.
I know, because I know you're gonna agree because I'm not gonna make no point that you can't agree with. I'm gonna make a sound.
I never said nothing. I never said nothing of the opposite.
No. Right. I can repeat what you said before I gave that answer just now.
Go ahead. It's on record.
Clip it. Go ahead, Seth.
All right,
when you call into tomorrow, just clip it.
All right, let me take a stab at it. Now, we know that Native Americans, and the enslaved Africans, and Europeans, all to a lesser degree, mixed with each other, or miscegenation happened between those three groups. Absolutely. All right, fine. Okay, so now we know out of that mixing, we still have who became African Americans or black people. You still have the Native Americans, and you have the whites. So even though miscegenation happened between those groups, FBA, right, or African Americans are the black people. That's the of that group. The Native American is still a distinct group as Native American, and the white is still the distinct group as the white. So even though it had miscegenation, the Native American could never be black or African American, because that's a whole different group. Do y'all get that?
Yeah, I don't think you understand ethnogenesis. But look,
let me finish. The ethnogenesis, right, created the black American, right? The ethnogenesis created the black American. It didn't create the Native American. The Native American is a distinct group, different from the black American. Those
are you done now?
Are still distinct groups.
You said that like four times over.
Right,
no, wait, relax. It's my turn right now. Hold on. So ethnogenesis is not always genetic. It's also social. So
the Caribbean guy who was pretending like he knew what an ethnogenesis was at that time, I just showed and proved he did not know what an ethnogenesis was at that time. Ethnogenesis are not always genetic. I'm gonna be nice. He's an unwise guy who's not on my level at all.
Yeah, you ain't say he won't say it. He said he's gonna wait till
ethnogenesis includes those Native Americans.
Another word from ethnogenesis. I haven't been arguing anything about. I even asked you what that meant. I'm not arguing about.
Oh man.
Yes, folks, you heard it. These scholars who are trying to debate me, these great researchers, right? These Mossy Clan warriors, pseudo killers, need me to explain what an ethnogenesis is while they're debating FBA talking points. This is ridiculous. You want to talk about unprepared? You want to talk about not ready? You want to talk about not on my level? You don't know what an ethnogenesis is, and you want to debate FBA talking points? What are we doing here now?
But we done told you what it meant, and I know you understand what that meant. He's saying
I know now, but what you say? You disagree with me on? Say it again.
He won't say it. He says saving it for a debate. Why don't we just?
I said that I'm the same. Again, I said earlier. I said I don't believe like Tariq, like all those people where a lot of people were here that were not from the slave ship or FBA in the beginning. I don't think it was that many. That's just my personal opinion. That's my personal assessment.
You don't think that many what?
People that was already here. You want to call them Indians, Native Americans, they were here before we got here. They were also, I said a few words, people cutting in, man.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Come on.
Okay. My fault. But they were thrown in and grouped up in the ethnogenesis. That's what I'm saying.
Who's they? I'm so confused.
The people those that were enslaved with us who didn't come on slave ships.
Who
right?
was
Those
enslaved
people.
with us? Who's those enslaved
I
with
just
us?
said the Native Americans.
Listen.
Goddamn, we say the same thing over and over and over.
Listen.
Family, he was bragging about how old he was. You know how we do. We're old, so we're automatically a quote unquote elder. And once you're a quote unquote elder, you know everything and you cannot be corrected. Family, this guy is outdated and outaged. Okay? Whatever he was doing some years ago, debating and research, that's beyond his days. That's beyond his best days. He's totally confused. He said, what people who we were only ever talking about, you guys can agree to this, we were only ever talking about the people who came on the slave ships and the people who are already here. We talk about ethnogenesis, and we were arguing whether we were grouped up in chattel slavery together. He said no. I said yes. I read a source. The source said yes. All of a sudden he agreed. Everybody agreed, and now we're back confused again. It's not me, man. It's you guys. You thought you had a aha moment. You thought you had a gotcha moment. You thought I was FBA, and all of a sudden I'm just weird, goofy, and you're getting demolished on your own panel, your own channel.
Listen.
This is crazy.
Because first you were saying those who were listen.
This should be an easy win then, right?
Let me ask you, because I'm confused on where you stand. Let me ask you this simple question.
He won't say it.
Now, before I ask,
because I want you to call. I want you to bring this to debate.
Ron, I'm trying to have some order. I'm very fair. Just relax. Listen. Let me first. Do you consider? Do you agree with the term calling each other black? I just want to know that before I ask this question.
No, and that's why I want Chief.
No. Just we're not going nowhere else right now. Just let me get my question off. I'm just.
I just answered.
Okay, so you don't like being called black, right?
No, not me. I was
Wait a minute.
trying to explain.
Ron. You're trying to wiggle and go somewhere. I'm trying to keep.
No, I'm not, bro.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying.
I tried to explain this to Chef one day.
Listen. Forget Chef for a minute.
I don't waver. Right.
Family, I know we all know I'm not crazy. Where in this conversation did I ever say I don't want to be called black? So I'm trying to tell him, brother, you got my position in reverse. I don't hold that position. I'm proud to be black. Okay, like James Brown, and black is beautiful, like Dr. King said, okay? No, my position is black Americans in America are the only black people. Everybody else who visits this country with African descent, they are visitors from their homeland, which is not called black. It's called Nigeria, Africa, the continent, the Caribbean, the islands, Jamaica. That's what they are. When they come here, I'm sorry. They were that before they got here. They supposed to be that when they get here. We don't appreciate them taking on our ethnonym when they come to our country, which is black. No, that's my position. It's not that I don't think I'm black. I don't think they're black, and they should not be called black when they come to America. That's our unique ethnonym. We define our ethnogenesis as black. So that's unique to us, not to anybody who recently come here.
Can you just say your answer? He's asking you what your thoughts are.
You keep cutting in.
I haven't even. Wait, hold on.
All right. So give the question and then let me go for 30 seconds.
Ron.
Got it.
This is my platform. Let me ask you a question. Let me moderate my platform.
You did, and you cut me off.
No, I'm not cutting you off. I'm trying to ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead. Let me know when you're done.
Okay, listen. I just wanted to ask you how you feel about black before I ask you the real question. So we can be aligned in our understanding, so I can understand each other. Okay. Are you just yes or no? Are you okay?
No.
Hold on.
I'm not doing yes or no.
Okay. Listen. Are you okay with being called a black man?
Yes.
Okay. Now.
What? Let him finish. Let Chief ask the real question now.
He didn't spit me around the block so much I forgot the real question I wanted to ask him. Okay. So okay, here you go. This is what I wanted to ask you. Okay. So were black folk in the soil in the Western Hemisphere, in what we call the United States of America, Brazil, South America, or Mexico, were there black folk in these lands on this soil prior to 1492?
Now that's what I was trying to save you, my guy.
Living and having a culture and had been here forever. Were there black folk here then?
Are you done? Okay, so now I was trying to save you all of that by defining how I take on black, and you cut me in. You said, "Do I identify as a black man?" Yes.
This is
Hey,
why.
Chief, you gotta go on mute and let me go, man.
You didn't
Like
make
you
a
let the other
point.
brother
He
go.
asked you a question.
I'm attempting to answer it so he can understand it. He keep cutting in.
Just let him answer it the way you want to, Chief.
The dude, he trying to bottle me in some goofy shit. He's gonna get cooked.
I'm gonna let you answer how you want to answer, but I just want to know. That's why I prefaced before I asked the question. Are you okay with being considered a black man? And are you
Right,
okay
me
with
personally, yes. Them no. God damn.
This is why in FBA, which means foundational black Americans.
What do we mean by black? Now you're gonna die tonight. When we say black, what does that mean?
Hold on, man. Calm
Yeah, exactly,
down.
bro. That's why you should listen to the answer.
Ron,
You can't bottom me up, bro.
Ron, hold on.
You're not my level.
This is the thing. You're so paranoid and think someone's trying to bottle
Who's
you
paranoid?
up. Listen,
You won't let me get more than 15.
Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
10 words in. Yeah, I was trying to save you to confusion, my guy. Do you know what an exonym is, by the way? Chief? What's an exonym?
Go.
Exactly. Exactly. You're not my level, my guy.
I'm about to go on a
Right. But I'm going to answer. I know
just go.
He still talk. He says go. Okay. I know the mistake you're gonna make. You asked me personally, do I consider myself a black man? I said, yeah.
Ron, you're muted. Nobody can hear you. Okay?
Stop fucking around with me, man.
No. First of all, let me get some motherfucking order on my show. I don't do this shit. I don't do all this over talking. I don't do that. We've been having a great conversation like adults. We have. It didn't get out of control until Ron got to being tricky and playing games. I'm 56. I'm not playing with niggas no more. I don't have the tolerance as a grandpa no more. So let me just stop this right here. I mean, Ron, no harm. I'm not trying to have a gotcha moment. I'm not trying to corner you. I don't play these games.
Meanwhile, he's playing those games. He's telling me to relax, and he's the only one hyped up. Little Flipper T. His name is Chief X, but he's acting like he don't understand American history. Like he's just all over the place. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, dude, I get it. You thought you had me. You thought I was whoever you thought I was on the internet, and you thought you had some talking points for me, and they flopped. You and your panel. You see, I'm composed. I'm laughing. I'm enjoying my time. These guys are frustrated. They thought they had one. It's not looking good. Family, I'd never go on somebody's panel and look bad. When they come on my panel, they all look bad. Because I'm going to hold you. I'm not going to do what he's doing. I want your answer. When Revenue come over, I let Revenue give his answers. Tether Dream come over, they give their answers. I cook their answers, but they're allowed to give their answers. I don't got to keep cutting in. I'm not that insecure like this old man. I let folks, state their position. And then if it's right, I agree with it. If it's wrong, I'm going to disagree and give an argument against it. Real simple.
I'm trying to have an adult conversation so I can understand and respond properly. I preference with black. FBA has black. Clearly you guys must do, but sometimes you seem like you're not okay with being black, depending on the fucking type of conversation we're having. Like when you mixing and matching us being enslaved together in black and the ethnogenesis and families mixed and half was Mexican, you confusing people and trying to wiggle. Okay, so I'm just saying, it's just a simple question, Ron. It's not a game. Calm down, bro. We just talking. I got love for you. Relax. You don't have to do all that. I keep telling you over and over. I got one sentence and you can go. Even I said, fuck it, just go. That wasn't enough. You had to earn my damn.
Calm down. He's the one screaming and yelling. He's talking about he don't understand Native American ethnogenesis, but his name is Chief. All right. Now he keeps saying go. I go. He cuts.
Thank you.
I said, I said, Chief, when you come over, you get 3 minutes or 2 minutes, how you gonna do it? Uninterruption. Because I'm not gonna try to bottle. That's why I did Rob Bourne. I'm not trying to bottle nobody to a yes or no. I want people to explain exactly what's in their mind. And I'm gonna come behind, either agree or disagree, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Now, he just asked me. I was trying to save him with the word black. I'm trying to tell you, my guy, black is ambiguous. It applies to people it shouldn't apply to. Okay, so you asked me personally,
FBA
am I a black man?
We don't know what FBA is because it's
okay,
ambiguous.
so
We don't know what
he cuts right in.
No, let's be clear.
Yeah.
You said it's ambiguous.
My guy. Then you said, calm down, you're nervous. Dude, you're nervous. Dude, okay, got it. Okay, so you can't respond after I'm done? So I already see how it's gonna go. I'm at the I could tell already. I'm gonna give him 3 minutes, he's gonna go. Then my 3 minutes, he's gonna cut in. I could tell already where it's gonna go when we have this so-called debate where he dies.
I decided just now.
I know you're not. I know you're not. That's as best you don't. As best you don't.
Home field.
Yeah, because we don't want to Rob Bourne you, okay? All right, we don't want to unk you. So he said, am I a black man? I said yes, and then he misapplied the word black to other people who I would not agree are black men. That was your problem.
Like who?
Like the Brazilians, and then South Americans.
Black. You misheard me then. I didn't call him black.
So
I was naming geographical areas. You see what I'm saying? You must have misheard me. Listen to what I'm saying. You listen. I'm saying you agree with being called black. So we're
again.
Let's go to 14.
Because you said that he's
the audience.
By the way, family, he's muting me over and over and over and over and over. Am I crying like Revenue? Am I crying like Tether Dream? Am I saying, oh, you muted me, you're muted? He's muting me. I know it hurts. The truth hurts, and he's mad. He thought he had one. He learned a valuable lesson. But the bottom line, family, in all seriousness, he's muting me. Midway talking. Now, I don't know I'm muted. I'm just talking. I'm on StreamYard. I'm looking down. I'm on mute. Like, oh, wow, I'm talking, but I'm on mute. He's the whole show. He just kept muting me.
To 14.
And then saying 1450 blacks. There's nobody black the way I call myself black in 1450. You keep cutting in. You're insecure and you're unhinged. I was trying to give you how he kept muting me, bro. Where's my go? Kept muting me.
Right, go ahead, keep going.
And this was your confusion when I was trying to explain to you about the Sudan people, right? This was your confusion on the call that day, and like you was like,
can you answer the question, please? Don't focus on Chef.
I got it. Look. You should be on mute while I go in. Okay.
It's really nothing to go in about. We're black.
Is not black. A black man is not somebody who's necessarily just dark. It's not, and we don't use it as a descriptor. We use black as a.
The music artist Prince is not dark.
So I'm trying to explain how.
The music artist Prince is pale as hell.
Just let him go. Just let him go.
Yeah, he don't even want to understand. And this is what I'm trying to explain to the guys off his.
They're black folk. See, he's trying to wiggle out the question.
You're misapplying the word black, my guy.
I promise you, he's not gonna get away from you.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he's misapplying the word black, bro. Foundation Black Americans. We're not black as an adjective. We're not describing the way we look, and it's not an exonym. Somebody didn't call us this. We took on that definition, like the Sudanese people. Okay, we are black through experience. Our ethnogenesis is called black. Has nothing to do with our skin tone. Like you said, Prince is light as hell. He's black. Okay, Dr. King, he said he's black and beautiful. We got Black Panthers, Black Wall Street. It's got nothing to do with his skin tone. So when you say, "Am I black?" Yes, I'm black because our ethnogenesis, our unique ethnogenesis is called black. You said 1450, there's no black people on the earth in 1450. Black happened here with our ethnogenesis. So you say, am I black? I say yes. When you start applying to other people who didn't go through our ethnogenesis, none of those people are black. That word is being thrown around, is misapplied.
Okay, so I got you now.
Yeah.
I got you. You know, I said
That you that was?
I'm not gonna let my blood pressure get all high no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's okay. You were
Hold on,
confused.
Ron. I'm
No, you're
talking,
not.
Ron. I'm talking. I said I'm not gonna let my blood pressure get all high. I'm saying I got you and I'm done because I just got it.
Yeah.
There's no way we will come to any kind of conclusion or clarity on this argument is because you're going to continue playing semantics and it's going to be cloudy and muddy. And I clearly seen it when you gave that answer.
You got to work with your grammar, bro.
Ron, but I didn't interrupt you. I'm gonna be 2 sentences and done. Trust me. I keep telling you that. I'm not these niggas that be running their mouth forever. I say something and ask a question and move on. I'm not like if I was on your show, you'd be on a 10-minute soliloquy, and then I might be able to say 30 seconds. I don't do that to people.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Fair. Okay.
Black people are only who you formally call African Americans or FBA. They're the only black people. That's another one of your contentions, right?
Yeah, there's more to that, but yeah, that's a flat out.
The Brazilians, the black people.
They're called Brazilian.
No, bro, we're called Americans. But
Afro-Brazilian.
They say something else?
Hold on.
Okay, so they're both 10 toes down on Brazilians, calling themselves black. And I said the same way we call ourselves blacks. We're missing things. Exonym, ethnonym, main, single, identity. Boy. So he's talking about su negro. When Brazilians call themselves su negro, that means I'm black, right? Okay, now that word su negro, that chant su negro, that never became their single default ethnonym like black did for us in America. The Caribbean guy is absolutely wrong. Su negro never been their single default ethnonym. It was usually a racial descriptor among several, right? Several people in Brazil. That was not the standalone name of the Brazilian people. Caribbean guy, you're wrong. Okay, so watch this. The way we use black in America from the 1960s, we capitalized black and we used it like a proper noun. I keep telling you guys that. That's our ethnonym. We did that. We said proper noun black. Black people, black Americans, black history, black community, black Wall Street, black Panthers, right? So very often black equals our ethnonym for the descendants of U.S. chattel slavery. Even when people also say African American later, or even say FBA later, etc., we use those three the same way. We use black the same way we use African American in the 90s, and we use African American the same way we use FBA today. Okay, so words like a people name. So it's a people name. It's not just a skin color word. So you can say blacks fought for voting rights, and everyone knows we mean a specific historical people with a shared origin story, territory, or political claim. We're not thinking about Sudanese people. We're not thinking about Brazilians. When you say black people fought for rights, you're not going to think about none of those people. Watch this word, since you guys are, ethnogenesis. That word is so hard to understand. Ethnonym, exonym, endonym. Well, I got demonym. Well, I got another word for you. Ethnopolitical. Okay, so black became our ethnopolitical identity. It was used as a rallying banner for civil rights, black power, black studies, black beauty, black arts, black nationalism, black reparations, blackity, black, y'all. So black for us was everything in one. So it behaves like the name of a nation, people, like Haitian, like Irish, or Irishman, or a Italian man, or German man. That's how black operates for us. But now look how the Brazilian used it. Brazilian used black. Preto means black, dark. Parado, brown, mixed. Blanco, kind of like Spanish. Blanco instead of blanco is white. Okay. But when they wanted to describe people, they said Armorello. That was Asian people, and they said Indigena, for indigenous.
All right, hold on, family. Let me switch my screen share. Give me 1 second. Okay, where we at? 47. I got the link pen. Okay, let me just share my screen from the phone. Laptop about to die. Give me 1 second. Thank you. Share screen. Yeah, these guys are idiots, man. Arguing FBA talking points and don't know our talking points. That is really bad. Oh, hold on. Man, hold on. I forgot. I gotta connect the sound. Almost fell for that trick. Hold on. God damn. Hold on. I gotta connect the sound. There we go. All right, let's get it.
I want to go on your.
Shit. Where we at? 47, right around here.
For voting rights, and everyone knows
Hold on, back up.
the proper noun black. 1960s, we capitalized black and we used it like a proper noun. I keep telling you guys that that's our ethnonym. We did that. We said proper noun black people, black Americans, black history, black community, black Wall Street, black Panthers, right? So very often black equals our ethnonym for the descendants of U.S. chattel slavery. Even when people also say African American later, or even say FBA later, etc., we use those three the same way. We use black the same way we use African American in the 90s, and we use African American the same way we use FBA today. Okay, so so words like a people name. So it's a people name. It's not just a skin color word. So you can say blacks fought for voting rights, and everyone knows we mean a specific historical people with a shared origin story, territory, or political claim. We're not thinking about Sudanese people. We're not thinking about Brazilians. When you say black people fought for rights, you're not going to think about none of those people. Watch this word. Since you guys are, ethnogenesis. That's just, that word is so hard to understand. Ethnonym, exonym, endonym. Well, I got demonym. Well, I got another word for you. Ethnopolitical. Okay. So black became our ethnopolitical identity. It was used as a rallying banner for civil rights, black power, black studies, black beauty, black arts, black nationalism, black reparations, black, y'all. So black for us was, it was everything in one. So it behaves like the name of a nation, people, like Haitian, like Irish, or, Irish man, or a Italian man, or German man. That's how black operates for us. But now look how the Brazilian used it. Brazilian used black. Preto means black, dark. Parado, brown, mixed. Blanco, kind of like Spanish. Blanco instead of blanco is white. Okay. But when they wanted to describe people, they said Amarelo. That was Asian people, and they said indigena for indigenous. All right. So Moreno, Morenho, Mulatto, Negro, Criolla. Okay, some affectionate, some slurs, depending on the context. All right, but most of these are color. They are color appearance labels first. Caribbean guy, when they use it, it's a color appearance label first. Okay, so that's it. Not that they are one in the single name U.S. sense the way we use it. Okay, so you did bad research trying to have a rebuttal for me. You're done. Okay, so from the 1970s, now watch this. This is after us. Now they use negro as a political use after us, after 1960s. So let me help you out, Caribbean guy. From the 1970s onward, the Brazilians, they had this little movement, is the Movimento Negro, right, that they push. And they use negro as a political term for all people of African descent in Brazil. So both preto and pardo. So you see phrases like povo negro, black people. You see what's this on my screen? You see populaco, okay, negra, black population. You see Consciencia Negra, Black Consciousness Day. Okay, so activists would say Su Negro. Activists of Brazil would say Su Negro as a conscious political stance against whitening, colorism, and racial democracy lies, right? That's the closest thing to U.S. style black as political identity. But there are some differences, some important differences, my guy. The big difference, black U.S. versus negro preto Brazil. Okay, so now watch this. One main ethnonym, black, versus many competing labels. They had many competing labels. So for us, black became the main label for our ethnic group. Okay? There was no competition. That was it. So when you say black people, everybody in America, everybody knew who you were talking about. But in Brazil, people call themselves preto, pardo, negro, moreno, or just brasileiro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different names they called themselves. Okay, it was not unanimous like over in America. So watch this, watch the difference though, Caribbean guy. A very fair-skinned person with African ancestry in Brazil may say pardo or moreno and avoid negro because of stigma or because they've internalized whitening or they don't want to be referred to somebody dark-skinned. So there was never one dominant, universal, accepted single name for the group in everyday life like black for us. You just lied to everybody. Now watch this. In America, we use black as an ethnonym. Brazil uses black as a racial descriptor. I kept trying to save this guy the last time he called in. Okay, we use black with a capital B, and it often functions like an ethnonym. Okay, so you can swap black with black Americans. You got some people who like to swap it with African Americans, but you're still talking about a distinct historical people. Now, what's the difference? Brazil, negro, preto is usually a racial category first. That means broad. We know how that works over here, right? It's broad. It tells you how someone is seen in the racial hierarchy more than which nation within a nation they belong to. The actual people name is still Brazilian, often further broken down by region, Biano, Carioca, etc. Not black as a nation. Okay? So you embarrass yourself. Now watch this. Black and African American in America are used in civil rights law, court cases, and policy as categories tied to a specific historical harm, which is slavery, Jim Crow, redlining. That's why black in the U.S. has strong reparations, legal claim weight, my guy. Brazil uses preto plus pardo, and that equals negro in official stats. Now, to measure inequality and implement affirmative action, quotas, universities, public service, etc. But it's still fundamentally a race color inequality frame. It's not this single ethno nation with a unified reparations claim against the Brazilian states going back to a defined period of chattel slavery. All right. So black in America is increasingly understood as descendants of U.S. chattel slavery. That's one standalone lane for the entire ethnic group. There's no confusion. It's a lineage claim also, even when people also include Caribbean, African immigrants in some context, which they're not included. Like these guys are part of the race that was added later. But Brazil, almost all darker Brazilians are descended from enslaved Africans somewhere in the tree. But the discourse rarely draws lineage lines like descendants of U.S. chattel slavery versus new immigrants. Everybody become a Brazilian. It's usually negro versus broncos. You feel me? So you see that? So it's usually black versus white. So if people come over there dark skinned, they're jumped into the group called negro, even though they might not have those Brazilian slave lineages ties. They're thrown in a racial broad term group called negro. Okay? That is not a specific lineage necessarily inside the Brazilian nation with a distinct name. That's a broad name, okay? So with us, you see Black Lives Matter, Black Studies, Black Feminism, Black Church, etc. It behaves like you're naming a capital B people, proper noun, by the way. But Brazil, even when capitalized in titles like Movimento Negro, in the language itself, negro is grammatically a common adjective noun, like black person, You see, it describes somebody. It don't stand alone and doesn't fully function as a national people name the way black does in English. I try to save this guy. So black in Brazil, negro, whatever you want to use, it never became the primary everyday ethnonym for the mass of African descendant Brazilians the way black did here in the US. Everyday Brazilians still juggle multiple color terms, and the core people name remains Brazilian, not black, as a distinct people within a people with its own broad consensus label. Okay, so black Americans, we use black as the main standalone ethnonym and proper noun identity. We are black is pretty unique. Okay, we are black power. In Brazil, negro preto is, it's powerful in their political movement spaces, but out in the wild, it stays closer to a race color descriptor than a universally accepted people name like black American. I tried to save that clown, but he kept going. Now look at you. You look goofy, Caribbean guy. No, you're not black. You're wherever your island is from, my guy, or your country in Africa. But just to recap, they ran from Native Americans being enslaved with us, therefore part of our ethnogenesis. They just dodged that wholesale. They decided to deflect, talk about other things, and then say I'm the one started confusion.
All right. So that is a case in point. I try to tell people, don't wing it. Okay. Learn information the right way. Everybody want to wing stuff. They want to just try on the fly. I like that terminology. Everybody want to try on the fly. So you had people doing that. The Caribbean guy, he was already on my panel before. He was quiet. And that's why I said, oh, you got hair on your chin now? Because when he was over here before, I'm gonna play him again. I'm gonna play him again. So you guys, not tonight, but I want to highlight who he is. How he's a humble mouse. Now he's on Chief X panel. He got bass in his voice now because he believes Chief X is gonna help him out. But who's gonna help Chief X out? Right? So he thought, because I already explained this to him, because he tried to use the Sudanese people. I cooked that. So he came back, I got Brazilians. Like, dude, you need to watch my channel if you're gonna debate me. I already cooked all these points, man. When I say we're the only ones, we're the only ones. Whatever other people you name, I'm gonna cook them too, bro. Nobody has used black like us. Capital B, ethno-political term. The entire nation agrees with it. The entire nation is called it. We're not divided like the Brazilians, 5 different racial terms. No, my guy, that's an L. Okay, that's an L. You're not that wise, man. And that's why on my panel, he was a mouse. So he tried to do some quick research. Oh, I got it. So I'm biased, call in. I got him now. Nope, still took an L. And Chief X position was no Native Americans, no indigenous Americans, indigenous people, however you want to term it. The point is clear. All right. Everybody ain't gonna term it exactly the way you like it. Some people gonna call you Native American and whatever, and guess what? You ain't gonna be able to correct everybody. Like people stuck in their education. Wherever their education is at, that's where they're stuck at. Like I'm FBA, I know I am. But if randomly somebody say I'm African American, I'm not gonna be like, I'm FBA, just out of wow, and privately, if I know you like an intimate setting, I'm like, hey man, I'm not African American, FB. But in public, they say, hey, the African American male right there. Like I know, I'm not stupid, but I'm gonna know you're talking about me. I ain't gonna trip. I know that's their education. That's why we got to do a better job of signal boosting the message. I was trying to tell Madman, like, no, he like, yo, man, we gotta give a time stamp or a time date when we stop addressing these tethers. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? The time date is when you get your check. You can stop addressing these tethers. Because now we didn't level it up on a whole nother level. Or, well, yeah, it may be when we're fully delineated. But, man, I'm probably more well-versed on history in America than you are. And I know one thing for sure. You don't let nobody talk negative about you. You don't defend yourself. Okay, you don't do that, my guy. There's people coming to this country every day. We got kids that's 6, 7, 8, 10 years old who never heard of the term Foundation Black American in life. So I'm not gonna let a tether educate them what it is and what it ain't. So we have a responsibility to be 24/7 on guard, gatekeeping. You dig? Shooing away false narratives. So look, this might not be for you, and what I'm doing ain't for everybody. Everybody can't debate. Everybody can't study all day and know their stuff and to beat up anybody. Like that game say, everybody can't do that. It's okay. Don't feel intimidated because you can't do what I do. You do things I can't do. I'm not intimidated. I'm okay with that. I'm good at defending the lineage and just researching and debating. I'm good at that, and and I got a value in that. In this delineation movement, this is my value. You guys got to find your value. But don't try to devalue my value because it ain't because you can't do it or you don't wish to do it. But anyway, the like button is very important. You got to click the like button. That's what helps me get an algorithm for the family. We need more family to pull up and hear these arguments, because when you go out there and you start advocating for the lineage, you're going to come across these goofies. And they're going to try to sabotage or undermine you. And if you're not aware of these goofy talking points, they're going to keep going. So now the other night, I had a guy on, he called himself Rob Bourne on streams and whatever, YouTube. But when he hopped on a panel, he came under the name Alan Brown. So if I say Rob Bourne, it's the same person, it's Alan Brown. Okay. So now this guy, Unc, kept saying, yeah, Rob Bourne's gonna get you. He gonna do this, do that. He knows all the information. I'm like, okay, like that ain't scaring me, bro. Just invite him over here. Stop with all that threatening stuff. Invite the guy over here. So when Unc was replaying his L when I educated him on this topic, Rob Bourne's in the chat. Like, yo, man, send me the link. I'll talk to you right now. So I sent him the link at 12 a.m. You feel me? He came over. That's the first discussion we had. Now he didn't come with the smoke he had in the chat. He was on some friendly kumbaya stuff. And he was just telling me about Black history, some things that he thought I should put in I should bookmark, basically. So I'm listening. I see that some of the information is good, but he's like tying a Pan-African narrative to it. So every so often I will object certain things, like, nah, bro, that's not. So then like we'll go back and forth, and then we'll just move on. And we did that the entire. So he touched a plethora of different topics. It was never one thing. So, it was that. So he tried to sneak in a couple gotcha questions, and that was just that, right? So then he tried to like frame it as, yo, go watch the video with me and them boys. I did good. So people hit me up like, yo, which video was you and Rob Bourne? I'm like, wow, like what's going on? Oh yeah, y'all debated. We did? I thought he just wanted to talk about Black history. And some things I thought he was lying about or wrong about, and I just disagreed. It wasn't a debate. So I said, you know what I'm gonna do? Y'all want to hear the back and forth? Then I'm gonna play it. So y'all can see it wasn't a debate. Like he was on some kumbaya, but secretly debating me unbeknownst to me. So I'm like, yo, let's just have a real debate. So the next day I played the video that we did to show that it was never a debate, and I was just giving commentary like I am right now. And then he actually called in. So I'm like, all right, good. I said, now let's have a 3-minute uninterrupted debate. We did that for 7 hours. Okay. The dude, I shown that now we're debating, right? Not on my level at all. Can't even understand my argument. Kept giving me straw man positions. I kept saying, yo, that's what I'm saying. He kept arguing that anyway. But I understand. He, just like these guys, he automatically assumed my position. Instead of trying to find out my position and argue what I actually stand on, he's trying to give me a position of people he argue on the net, people he argue on the internet and TikTok, whatever groups. He thinks that's my position. Whatever they were arguing, he assumed that was mine. He found out. Just like these guys assumed I had the same internet position. Like, that's not my position. They found out too, as you can see. Dude was yelling and screaming at me, emotional outrage. I can't take this. Sound like Dave Chappelle or a Nutty Professor. I can't take that shit no more. Enough. So anyway, So that Rob Bourne, Alan Brown character, like this internet street bully, supposed to be a scholar, was getting cooked and educated on Black history in America. Now, this is supposed to be his thing, Black history in like early 1700s, 1800s. This was his thing. He started off bad. He started off by saying that, or implying that Africans had little to no part in the transatlantic slave trade. So I had to get him there. I was like, oh, you one of those guys. So I had to get him on that. Like, dude, those Africans, bro. And he never really admitted that, to be honest. He misrepresented the freedmen. No, I'm sorry, the free blacks. Now, he was trying to do gotcha moments. He thought I didn't know about Paul Cuff. He thought I didn't know about Alexander Cromwell. He thought I didn't know about Martin Delaney Robson. Like, he thought I didn't know about all these guys. Then he mentioned Henry. He was all over the place. He touched on Henry Sylvester, some Caribbean dude that went to some Pan-African convention in London in the early 1900s. He thought I didn't know about that. You dig? So that's the thing. Like, he's acting like he's teaching me this stuff for the first time. So when his 3 minutes was up, I came back behind him and elaborated more on everybody he named. Like, yo, you're not teaching me nothing, bro. And matter of fact, I'm gonna correct you on what you were saying about these people. You dig? You're misapplying things to them. So now we end up talking about, he kept referencing Garvey. Now I ain't want to do it to him. You know, I mean, I'm trying to stay on topic, but he keep referencing Garvey like Garvey's some type of hero. So I said, bro, you know Garvey was a scam artist, right? He scammed many Black Americans. He was the first Umar. Umar's the second Garvey. He was like, no, Garvey was not. Garvey was a hero. He was G.I. Joe, American hero. So I said, bro, why did he meet with the Klan? This guy had no real response for that. I'm like, yo, you know that was taboo in Black American society to meet with the Klan. That's why once he did that, our activists and leaders said, yo, get away from us. And matter of fact, you got to go. They launched the Garvey Must Go campaign right after he met with the Klan. Like, that was something you don't do. And right now, today, like, who the hell, like, when we see Charleston White, we see certain people, Kanye West, with this Klan stuff, yo, we don't respect that. Like, we look at them as permanent clowns. You dig? Like, you know, like, you're not going to join us. You're not going to be in a spades tournament with the Klan and think you're going to be invited back to, like, our settings. Like, you know, what was that about? Oh, nah, yo, I heard they had, you know, the smoke pause and we wanted to take them out to show that we the best. Nah, that ain't how that works, man. And that's why when they go marching in neighborhoods, Black neighborhoods, they get ran out. And in California, they get brutally beat up. No, we run them out, bro. So then I said, bro, he had this back to Liberia dream, right? I said, how was that possible when the president of Liberia never said to come over? Like, he never gave him okay. And he still, and in spite of that, matter of fact, he was told no. And in spite of that, he still solicited stock sales for a back to Liberia campaign. Like, after he was told this cannot happen. You cannot bring no Blacks, and let alone, you're not going to bring millions of Blacks over here to dethrone us out of politics. You feel me? Jobs. No, like, you become the Tethers over here. No, you're not going to undermine us. No, stay over there in America and work things out. So when that was communicated, he still solicited stocks amongst Black Americans. All right. Now, the biggest scam was when he had, there was a ship called Orion. That was like a old battleship from like Germany, whatever. And they were selling it for parts or whatever. So Marcus Garvey, he has a background in printing. And this is back in Jamaica, in London. So this is how I believe he's able to do the stock certificates with his background in printing. So anyway, he used that background in printing to dress up the Orion ship as a new ship that's not the Orion, but a ship called a new name, Wheatley, or whatever that he gave a name to. And he was proposing this as a ship he already has in his possession, and he needs folks to buy stocks, you know what I mean, on it. Okay. So I asked Rob Bourne, Alan Brown, I said, bro, when he did that, when he decided to solicit money for a ship he didn't own, but he presented it like he owned it, is that called scamming? The dude said no. And they all do that, by the way. They all do that. Like, wow. So Tariq Nasheed don't scam anybody, right? And y'all call him a scammer. But a guy who actually scams, you say he's not a scammer. So then, like, I was so like, so man, I kind of cussed him out because he's being very disingenuous. No integrity. Don't stand on nothing. So I was like, all right, man, I'm good. So I said, IBM beat him up. So IBM and him was going on about Garvey. So IBM was like, yeah, Bias Ron was right about Garvey wanting to take everybody to Africa and he alone be the king of Africa. He's going to rule with an iron fist and everybody must get in line. Okay, so Rob Bourne, Alan Brown was like, you lying. He never said that. He never said that. So now, like, he sounds so convincing. I'm thinking IBM tripping. So he said, pull it up because he's into this. Share your screen. Pull it up. So he pulled it up, right? Now look at this. Look at this. So everybody knows IBM. I don't think he got any arms because he can't do anything for himself. So Rob Bourne, Alan Brown have pulled up the wiki article. This wiki article. So this is Rob Bourne's source. It wasn't IBM source. Rob Bourne pulled it up. They was reading about Garvey, right? And then so IBM led him to that section where Garvey said those things. He's the imperial, the king of he's going to be the king of Africa. He's going to rule by himself with no equal, something like that. I mean, plain English in wiki. So Rob Bourne started laughing. Then he started going down more, and he skipped past a paragraph really fast. Family, don't worry, I'm gonna chop that video up. I'm gonna make so many clips of this guy being a buffoon. Okay, I'm gonna chop it up, right? So IBM started laughing. He said, "Yo, why you skip that paragraph?" Then Rob Bourne started laughing, like, "Nah, I'm looking for something else." So he didn't want to go back to that paragraph. So now he got my attention. So I said, you know what? Once he stopped sharing, I'm gonna share my screen and get back to this article. That's exactly what happened. So Rob Bourne, Alan Brown stopped sharing the screen. So I went to this. I shared my screen, went to the wiki article. So I said, Rob Bourne, remember you want me to share my screen on this Garvey stock certificate for a ship he didn't own, fraud type stuff, scammer type stuff. But yeah. So I went back to the wiki article. I shared my screen, pulled it up. I read it. Flat out. I said, so is that scamming? Oh yeah, see. And then he gonna act like he gonna justify why he said no, Garvey wasn't scamming. Yeah, see, I said no because I just wanted you to pull it up and just show me. Wait, what? So you lied for a scammer so I can share my screen and show you what you already know? Like what's this? What type of logic is that? So I was like, yeah, you got your ass kicked right tonight by me. And you're just trying to you're just mad. Now you don't want to admit to no truth. You're just hot right now. You dig? I says, okay, man. I said, you didn't know what you were getting into. You let Unc gas you up. You let Mossy Word Clan put batteries in your back. You let Mossy Word Clan put batteries in your back. And they lied to you and said, I got nothing. I sound like a fool. I got retarded arguments. You came over here swinging like a damn, what was that? The cat fighting swinging against, he's cat fight swinging against me, Mayweather. I'm in that shoulder roll. He's swinging like a damn cat. So I blocked and picked him apart, kept my cool. He's out of control, cussing. It was a hard L to take. Hard L. Okay. Now, ever since then, family, he's been in my inbox cussing me out on Facebook. He even wrote a big post defaming me, got my name tagged to it, cussing me out. So I'm like, bro, that don't sound like a winner. Like if you won like you said you won, what is all this stuff? He's screenshotting inboxes that we had. I don't know what that was about. He act like he was exposing something. Yo, what the hell, man? Trying to act like he's exposing something. Nah, I could screenshot our dialogue. You dig? So so then he texted me today, inboxed me today. He's still going on. So I finally said something. I was ignoring him. I said, yo, man, what's up, man? What's going on? You need a hug, bro? Dude, what's going on, man? It's okay. You could bounce back. Big Sean, you could bounce back. Oh, listen. And then, by the way, he's cussing me out. Long, long paragraphs like a damn woman. I'm not reading that. I got a rule. That's over. If I got to click more in the inbox, on Facebook inbox, if I got to, first of all, if you inbox me unbeknownst to me, right? I'm not waiting on anything. We don't dialogue like that. We don't kick it like that. And you inbox me something where I got to press more, just know it's being deleted. So I didn't read none of that. Like, I just read like the first line, you mother effer, mother effer. So then this dude had like a dollar amount there. It looked like $1 million, right? I don't know if he could spell or nothing, but he had like you know how you supposed to have, like, you're going to write $1,000. You're supposed to write 1 comma and 3 zeros, right? He put the decimal 00 and some more zeros. So I'm like, oh shit, man, he about to give me $1 million. But it was like crypto money though. You know, crypto money, they be having like 0.000001. It looks like so much money. Like, he was offering me that. Like, yo, I'm gonna offer you this much money to just come on my panel and debate me. You don't even got to win. You just show up and you're gonna have $1,000. So I'm like, oh shit. Like, yo, you think I'm gonna fall for this scam? Now look how he's trying to do this. So I'm just ignoring. I said, bro, I got bigger fish to fry tonight, man. I already got a plan live, and like, bro, I'm good. Oh, you don't want the money? Oh, you got something to hide, man. I want you to share your screen, all this weird stuff, man. So I'm like, bro, what sense did that make? You can't claim you won, and you're offering me you want to wait. How do you win and you want a rematch? That don't make any sense, bro. If he would have said, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro, you got me. You caught me off guard, or I wasn't prepared, or whatever, you know what I mean? If you don't mind, like, I got my stuff together, you know what I mean? Let's have another build. Without the cussing me out and Facebook tagging me and defaming, without all that girl stuff, yeah, I would have been, all right, come on. Because I love a educational challenge, you feel me? But I'm considering all the, like, this dude got me on his Facebook. Yo, go through his wall. Alan Brown, Rob Bourne, go to his wall. You'll see the screenshots he put. Like, we're inboxing, he screenshotted them, and like, you would think there's something in the inbox. Like I said, yo, man, something crazy, right? No, I'm talking to him regular, like I talk to like you know what I mean? I don't know what that was about. But when people post screens, when people screenshot something private like inboxes, you automatically assume there's some dirt in there. Without even looking at it. Okay, oh wow, this is gonna be a movie. Get my popcorn. So he's doing all that, and then had a nerve say, "Hey, you want to debate again, bro? If you won, why are you wanting a rematch? If you won, and why are you giving me $1,000? Nothing makes sense." Now I know that he just justified Garvey scamming, right? So I know this is a scam. Like, come on, bro. Who you think you talking to, my guy? You just said Garvey wasn't scamming when he was scamming Black Americans. And you think I'm going to trust you to not scam me when you support scammers. So I know he's watching. Like, these guys, when they come to my channel and they challenge me and they lose, they become obsessed, man. Dude, hold the L. Go be great, man. Go be great. Matter of fact, if you got something, go put it together. Send me a link. I'll watch it. If I think something's there that needs a challenge, then maybe. But I don't believe you're gonna come up with anything different, bro. The receipts are the receipts, man. History is history. There's nothing you're gonna come up with where it says Garvey was not a scammer. Garvey did not offer stock certificates for a ship he did not own. Somehow, Liberian government said, Garvey, yeah, bring those niggas over here. Or he met with the Klan, like, yo, I hate y'all. We're gonna run you out this city. No, man. Everything he did was flawed, fraud, and scamming, right? No, bro, it's okay, man. It's okay. You were their big homie. You were their big scholar. They were trying to scare me with, yo, Rob Bourne gonna pull up, yo. Alan Brown gonna pull up, yo. Yo, I'm telling you, you don't want it with him. Like, his chat was like, yo, shit, you better not. You better not. Like, yo, who is this guy? Like, what's up, man? Tell him to call in. No, you better not. I'm trying to tell you, bro. He gonna ruin you, bro. He knows a lot. The dude was barely mid with information. Like, Revenue, I ain't gonna lie, Revenue probably gave me a more of a tussle than this guy with the early 1800s. Then he asked me a gotcha question, right? Yo, I'm biased. When did the transatlantic slave trade start? So now, when you ask somebody that question, of course, we're going to say 1600, somewhere around there, because we're thinking you're talking about the actual transaction. We're thinking about the transaction, my guy. You didn't say what started it. You said, when did it start? That means there's buying, selling going on. So I said like around 1587. Oh, no, 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 no. It was 1450, something like that. Like, yo, what are we doing, bro? 1450. So let me explain. The Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire? Did you say Ottoman Empire? That's Muslims? Man, man, get up out of here. You took an L. So now look, I let him go on like to make him feel good about the gotcha. So when IBM was beating him up, and when he calmed down, I got gotchas for him. I said, hey man, Ryborn, Alan Brown. You ever heard of 1933 HOLC? Nah, what's that? Damn, that's important in Black history to be a Black Black American historian. You don't know about the HOLC 1933 after the Great Depression, just to help. This is welfare for white people. So I was like, well, what about the FHA of 1934? Like my man thought I was talking about the FHA of 1968. I said, nah, 1934. Oh, nah, what's that? Damn. Restrictive covenants. You ever heard of that? Nah. Yo, family, I just couldn't believe he kept saying no. Bro, have you heard of civil rights? You dig? Civil rights, 1964? God damn, like, when does this end? Like, so I said, you ever heard of Soul City? No. What? But you're a Black American historian, bro. These are, family, these are not light moments in American history. The HOLC by itself took white folks from a ratchet, starving condition caused by the Great Depression, 1929. That 4 years later, the HOLC, it was basically home owners loan corporation, something like that, where the government was giving white Americans free, like pretty much vouchers to go get a home. Right. So the home loaner's like, nah, what's your credit score? Yeah, I know you ain't working. The Great Depression just happened. I know y'all broke. But they showed them that no, these are government backed, like shit. Like the government's gonna back it. Don't worry about their credit. Don't worry about none of that. We're backing it. If they default, we'll pay it. That's exactly what happened. And then the FHA just gave them more support. Uh, you know, and then the restrictive covenants was something where they were able to, um, if white folks sold each other homes, they had to sign a contract that they would not sell it to a Black man or woman. That was the restrictive covenant. So that's what they were doing. So now they were getting assistance the whole time after the Great Depression. Family, we got, now keep in mind, the Great Depression is 1929. We got Black Wall Street. We got Rosewood. We got so much things popping. We got Black banks. No help at all. Like they just, the white government just Euro stepped our issues and said, nah, we ain't got nothing for you. And and then they just continued to baby white people. Then you had the GI Bill of 1944. You never heard of that. You dig? And then you had welfare, ADC, ADFDC. You know, he never heard of that. So they had assistance, and don't forget about the 1862 Homestead Act, where they got 270 million acres of land. They gave it to the recent migrants from the UK, Britain. As long as they tilled the ground for 5 years, it was free. So all of this wealth and land from free, by the way, free, unearned, didn't deserve it. 1862 all the way to TANF welfare. You did 60s. Like these guys, 1970. Like these guys been getting free handouts. Ain't worked for nothing. No bootstrap, no innovations, no inventions. They did not get themselves out of the Great Depression. The American government did, with the money that they received from our free labor and cheap labor. The Soul City, like how you don't know about these major events that cause the wealth gap to be what it is. The wealth gap is right now the way it is because of those HOLC's programs. That's what created the wealth gap. That's why it's so lopsided. It's like all white. Dr. Claude Anderson had a book that I bought, says Black Labor, White Wealth. But you don't know that. So I say, you see, don't throw a gotcha question. I got about 20 of them, bro. You're not as well studied as me when it comes to Black history, man. You're one gotcha, which is totally irrelevant. Okay, 1587, which when the transactions were happening, to the tip of the transatlantic slave trade. Like, yo, what are we doing, bro? Just hold the L. So I left it alone, and he just cussing me out in the inbox. And nigga, he said he gonna send me $1,000 just to show. He didn't say winner gets $1,000. He said, or I bet you 1,000. He said, I'm gonna give you $1,000 just to show up. And some of y'all be like, well, go get the money. No, because one of those there's one of those links where you get scammed. I ain't falling for that, man. A word, $1,000. All right, send the link. What are you gonna do? How you gonna get it to me? You dig? No. He gonna ask for some information. The next thing you know, I'm getting a phone call from Wells Fargo, like, yo, your bank account just been hacked. You're negative $1 million. Like, no, man, I'm good. Nah, bro, keep your $1,000, bro. I'm sure you worked hard for it. You dig? Put it in savings or invest it. But you know what I mean, it feels good sitting in the king's chair where I belong. So his next man up, his next Pan-African up. You're done, and the others are done. You see what happened to Chief X tonight? He's done. And he said he wanted to debate me on FBA. You don't know what a damn ethnogenesis is. Yo, these guys are crazy, yo. So, but I know what he was going to do. Tariq. That's all he was going to do. Cause you know how I know that? He done it before. On my panel, like 2 years ago. He already done it. Tariq. He wore the same socks twice in a row. Okay. That's disgusting. Okay. So you disgusting. Wait, I'm disgusting because he did something disgusting. Yeah, that's your leader. Don't y'all follow the leader? So that means you're gonna end up doing it. You're gonna follow that practice. You're gonna end up. Okay. Tariq Nasheed, he's petty. He threw some eggs at a car. Okay, that's what's up. All right, okay. You don't see the problem? No, what's the problem? That's your leader. So you follow him, you're gonna do it next. And that's bad. Like that's their logic. That's all he was gonna do. So when I was explaining ethnogenesis, he was confused. He even said, if y'all go back and watch it, he even said, can you stop using that term ethnogenesis? Because I don't understand. He said he doesn't understand it. Like, yes, so how you going? So I'm like, bro, I said, Chief, if you're already cutting me out on your own panel, I can't even get 10 words in, right? You saying something negative about me on your own panel, right? How you can't respect, bro, come on, man. You're not going to respect the 3-minute rule if we actually debate. But even still, I'm willing to beat up on him. So, Chief, yeah, I accept. I know you're not going to accept. I know you're not. Dudes don't know what ethnogenesis is. Them two idiots was struggling with the word ethnogenesis and what it actually is. So the other guy, the Caribbean guy on the panel with this accent, you know how I do. That dude, you unbiased know how I do. My favorite color is blue, Scooby-Doo. That dude, that Caribbean dude, said he didn't know, like he thought ethnogenesis were strictly just genetic. So I was like, you know, you can have a shared culture ethnogenesis. Bruh, how y'all gonna debate me? You don't know what an ethnogenesis is. Stay in your lane, man. Which is the handicap lane, man. Stay over there. You're not ready for nobody like me. I take this stuff serious, bro. So I'm not done until I take out there the most respected people. So we got a super chat in the building. Okay, so we got a troll. What you mean scholarship, bro? Ain't no scholarship. I'm just talking, man. I already kicked ass. I kicked ass and took names. Yo, what person? Yo, dude, give me the one name. Who came on this panel or my channel, any of my channels? Who came on this topic and did well? What one person can? Yo, please, yo, I give y'all permission to clip my videos, make shorts. Yo, there's no way to make me look like I lost one of you goofies. I'm giving you full permission to clip, sabotage, make some stuff up out of context. You got it. Do all that. And you still can't make it seem like, you still can't make it look like I lost, y'all idiots. This dude say this is your scholarship. Y'all on the internet for 1,000 years. And all y'all combined can't get 60 people to watch you live. They on the internet for 1,000 years. They got channels galore. And all together, they can't get 60 people live to watch. If that's not telling you your information's outdated and trash, I don't know what can. But these folks are not just outdated, they're out-aged. These are old Negroes, man. Stuck in their ways, grumpy old men who refuse to let the youth lead the way. The youth, they about that ethnogenesis, by the way. My coworker 26, I've been working on them. So I'm working on them, like, carefully. So today, I said, yeah, man. I slipped this on them. I said, yeah, man, those Africans, man, I be debating them, and they be telling me I'm African. I'm like, how? Oh, you know what? I showed them this how I got them into this topic. I showed them my 23andMe. So I said, look at this. I said, what's African here? Right? A little 10%, 2%. I said, so but I said, you know what? You have people who will look at this and call me African. He said, man, I hate that. I hate when people call me African. Now this dude has no idea, never heard of FBA, never know nothing. So I was like, oh, okay. You hate when people call you African. All right, hold on. So family, I might have a 26-year-old. We're gonna see. I'm working on some more slowly, but we might have a 26-year-old to join the panel and go in. Okay, this is what they can't do. The Pan-Africans can't reach the youth at all. They can't even reach each other. Look, they got 1,000 channels and nobody supports each other channels. They're in constant competition. By the way, when I see FBA channels pop up, I love it. I love it. I don't be jealous. Oh my God, they're over there. I love it. There's 43 million of us. We're all gonna have an audience. There's 43 million of us, man. We're all gonna have an audience. We ain't gotta worry about that. So when I see FBA channels pop up, I love it. They're signal boosting the message. I love it. And some of them got some good numbers. No hate over here. I love it. And they're doing good work. But the Pan-African circles, yo, give me the Pan-African channel. Somebody put that link in the chat. The Pan-African channel that's large to get a lot of numbers, get a lot of Pan-African support. Where's that channel out? Because I can give you Black Alpha Network, he gets hella numbers. Afro Elite, Red Supreme. I could give you Dennis Sperling. I could give you Tariq Nasheed, obviously, Jason Black. You dig? I can run it down. These guys get hella numbers. These guys be 30,000 live viewers type shit. Where is the Pan-African channels where they get support from the masses, the youth, and other Pan-Africans? Y'all jealous, man. Y'all jealous, and they're trying to steal our shine. It's not gonna happen. Y'all gotta make your own way. You gotta make your own way. And I'm stomping on y'all. All y'all doing is validating me more and more and more. Y'all pull up over here, y'all get cockroach stomped, and y'all just validate me more and more and more. Thank you. And I recently went back and looked at all of my hours of videos cooking these tethers and Pan-Africans. I say, no, I'm gonna start making YouTube shorts. I have no YouTube shorts, by the way, cooking these guys. I said, you know what? I'm wasting all this material. Let me start focusing on the shorts. Like I had so many videos I was doing like presentations of whatever, what show I'm gonna do, whatever it's about. It could be about ice, right? The latest ice sting. And out of nowhere, a tether would call in and challenge me. And I would beat him up and then he'll hang up and the show will go on and I will forget all about that call in. Like I never went back to that video and renamed it. So I'm watching old material and I'm seeing like, oh shit, who that tether? I forgot all about that. So yeah, I'm going to make short, I'm going to isolate the tether calling out of the video, right? And I'm gonna make it, give it back to the play it. I'm gonna play it on the panel so y'all can on the live so y'all can hear it because it's entertaining when tethers get cooked. Yeah, but they're in our spaces. They got our names in their YouTube channels to get any views. The little bit of views they get, our name calls it. Not Pan-Africanism, not whatever y'all teaching. Y'all tried that, y'all got no numbers, y'all failures, bro. And y'all mad. And I broke my resolution. My resolution was this. I said it live on New Year's Day. New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve night, New Year's early day. I said my resolution is to stop joining their panels. These are failed panels that get no attention, nobody watching. I won't be seen, I won't be heard. It's like just ghost town. So I said, I'm gonna make them come over here. But I don't want no whining people. You dig? I don't want people who's making Facebook posts, talking trash, but all because they took an L. Like, yo, I didn't do that. I didn't make Facebook posts. I won and I popped my collar. I don't have the right to pop my collar, but these guys, they think they're entitled, Tethers and Pan-Africans. They believe they're entitled to our spaces. When they click the link, I got to let them on. How about this? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, no, you're not coming on. I have no idea. You're not coming on. You hit the link a long time ago. Well, you're gonna be in the back, in the back a long time. Okay. You're not gonna come on here with a troll account, dry mouth, mush mouth. You dig? And think you're gonna get some airtime. No, get out of here. Exactly. That's my no. Get out of here. Like just keep me entertained by me kicking your ass, and I'm gonna keep playing the kick ass. Like I said, and by the way, family, he was on here 7 hours, 7.5 hours. That's so much. I cooked him so badly. He misrepresented articles and reparations. All I'm gonna do now is just chop it up, how I did Chief X, but it won't be that long though, because he made so many errors. He misrepresented so many things he displayed and read. So I'm just gonna make a short 10-minute, 15-minute, 20-minute videos of me highlighting, giving commentary, how he's wrong, and then debunking him with the correct information. No. Like these dudes think they could stop. We're winning, y'all losing. We're growing, y'all ain't even in there. I mean, y'all in out. You're clicking my link. I'm not clicking your link. You see, my man said debate me on his channel. I didn't know you had a channel. Like, you got a channel? I mean, is that a channel or archive or a place to archive stuff? Because ain't nobody watching you over there. You just archiving videos. You just press record. That's all they doing, family. On their lives, it's just an archive channel. They go live. We're just there, just us two. Nobody's listening. And when we're done, it just get archived. No views, 0. Oh man, I don't clout chase, bro. I don't need to go and join every panel and show how smart I am. Show how nobody can touch me on this subject. No, you had 2 chances. You had 3 hours the first time. You had 7.5 hours the second time. You need another chance? No, man. Hold the L. And when they research your name on YouTube, they're gonna see that video. You can beat up by an FBA. Right? Hold the L. Yeah, he should lie. Okay. Well, make a video. Okay, make a video. Make a video and then send me the link. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Make a video, send me the link. But I'm back to my daily broadcast. I gotta get on Ruxpin. I gotta get on Dr. Ruxpin. Because he's been low key, he did get some videos off without me doing reactions. So I got a reaction ready for one of his videos, and then he came back and doubled down, made a second video. I think he was saying what his second video said what? It was we don't understand something, just clickbait material. But yeah, Ruxpin is who I'm focused on right now. All right. Well, listen, disclose yourself right now. Name, who are you? Who are you in the chat? Tell us who you are. Yeah, I know it hurts. That's what happens. He was disrespecting me. Yo, before we even spoke, he was like, yo, I didn't know you know about Black history. I ain't never known that. You don't know no Black history. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Because I remember the weirdo Sean said that. You don't know no Black history. I'm not debating Ron. You don't know Black history. Okay. Hey, look, I ain't seen nothing. Like, you right. You want to click that link, though, and show me? Because your king didn't do that. He tried to ask me gotcha questions about the free Blacks in the early 1800s. Answer all of them. Okay. Yeah, bro. What do you think you're talking to, man? And it took you 15 years to learn that stuff. It took me 3 months. It took you 15 years to learn about the free Blacks. It took a hella plethora of videos, reading this stuff every day, sharing your screen. It took me about 3 months, debating revenue and a couple guys. You know why? Because you're too busy reading books. We got tools, right? We got tech tools that speed up education. You're over there reading books, falling asleep and stuff. Don't know what you just read. We got internet tools that can get us educated, informed in a fraction of the time you took reading that large book of 900 pages that you paid $2,000 for. Self-published, not on Amazon, not on none of those big sites, self-published, 9,000 pages, $2,000. Bro, we got internet too, bro. But again, you guys are old. You aged out. You can't learn. You think everything is going to be in a big book. He gave me a book titled by some African booty scratcher titled African or American, right? Like 1,000 pages. He said, yo, get this book. Yo, I read it twice or 4 times, whatever. I'm like, yo, does he not know we got the internet? We got AI tools. Family, I put that title in AI. I said, give me an exhaustive summary of this book. It gave me the whole layout. I'm like, yo, why you? Well, it took you 4 times. You read that book 4 times. It probably took you 4 years because that thing had 1,000 pages. It took you 4 times to read that book to get something out of it. It took me 30 minutes. It took me 30 minutes to get what you got that took you 4 years. We have the internet, bro. We got AI. You didn't have AI when you read that book. Yeah, so stay in the chat and clout chase us. Why not go to your Pan-African channels and talk your trash and give your presentation? Because you know nobody gonna be there. About 10 people. Y'all know the eyes are in our spaces. You want attention, you come to our spaces for attention. Yeah, he's talking in all caps. Bruh, if you talk in all caps, that means you're capping. Anyway, and look, their biggest obsession is Tariq Nasheed. Everything comes down to once they can't beat you in an educational discussion, it comes down to, hey, Tariq said this. Tariq said, and if they don't do that, they're gonna say, well, you guys divisive. Explain. Well, when I be on TikTok, I be seeing you FBAs go at it with Tethers. Okay, do you see Tethers go at it with us? Yeah. So at the very least, are we both at least divisive? Or see the Tethers, they got an excuse. What's their excuse? See, in their failed homeland, their shitty homeland, they've been colonized. They've been brainwashed to go against you. You feel me? They watch movies. Like, this guy really ran this stuff down to me. I'm like, yo, is this the Pan-African playbook? So when it comes to us family, they have a white supremacist hatred for us. When we do something they don't like, it's because we're just evil people. But no explanation, like white supremacy. If we commit a crime, it's just these niggas are lazy and they're just no good. Like a Jared Taylor conclusion, go to Africa type shit. But when these Pan-Africans, when they're told about the Tethers, they'll say, nah, see, you got to understand their psyche. Well, what about understanding our psyche when we do something bad? No. You got no excuse. But the Tethers, man, their psyche, man, they watch movies. They listen to rap. Okay? So that's why they behave like you and call you names. Well, if that's what we do and they behaving like us, calling us names, and we're behaving like us, calling them names, then how is it a bad action? You just said that they're calling us names because they're reflecting our degeneracy, right? So if we are the natural degenerates and we're behaving like the degenerates, then so we're just being normal and they're being us. Just stupid logic again. They were like, it's an L, man. It's recorded. It ain't going nowhere. The video ain't going nowhere. I download the video, it ain't going nowhere, bro. If you keep it up, I'm gonna upload my other channels. You keep it up. But you're gonna hold that L though. I'm gonna let you get your weight up. So I'm gonna let you study for a year, right? And next year, because right now you're just punch drunk, right? So next year, holla at me, and I might, you know what I mean, see what you're working with, and be like, all right, I think you're ready for another beatdown. Yeah, but bro, you got a whole year, bro. Cause family, when you watch boxing, right, and after a boxing match, if somebody get beat up pretty bad, the boxing commission sometimes suspend them for 6 months. They say, nah, we can't allow you to get back in that ring after the beating you took. So they suspend that guy for 6 months or a year to protect their health, to protect the boxer health that just got beat up. So I'm trying to protect his health, his reputation. Like, dude, you're not ready. Go do some more research for a year. That was your fault pretending that FBAs are dumb. Like they really, when y'all read these guys' comments, when they be talking their trash on TikTok or Twitter, Clubhouse, YouTube, like they be acting like, yo, they so dumb. They're cult members. They don't read, they don't research, they don't know Black history. Okay. Then they come over here, yeah, you right. Oh yeah, I was wrong there. Yeah, you right. Wait a minute, I thought we don't do no research. My man said a whole lineage don't do research. Okay. Okay. So yeah, man. So hold the L. Look, you're gonna go to bed mad as hell. I could guarantee you that. I'm gonna go to bed happy as hell, man. You're gonna go to bed mad as hell because you had your family, he had an image in small circles of a tough scholar who can debate and do this, do that. I stripped that from him in one night. You dig? Wrong. In one night. I stripped that from you. Now in your circles, they look at you as somebody they look at you as somebody beatable, defeatable. They don't see you as, oh, this scholar bully, the internet street scholar bully. None of that's gone. I took that. People got hit with a rock. That's out. Now you look vulnerable. Now people are like, wait a minute, let's check his source now. Wait, what did he say before? Because we gave him the benefit of the doubt. It was true. Let us go back and reevaluate everything he said. So yeah, so I'm not done with you though. I'm going to make a video. Like I said, I'm gonna chop up the video on some claims you made. And you're sharing your screen, okay? And I'm going to debunk most of them, because something you ain't say, everything you ain't say was complete garbage, but some of the things you said was complete garbage. And I'm going to show you saying it, so you can't say you ain't say it. I'm gonna show you reading it. I'm gonna put it in slow motion. I'm gonna put sound effects behind it. What the hell? You dig? What? You know, that little ad lib. What the hell? And then I'm gonna go ahead and debunk it with correct information. So I'm gonna have you deal with that. So get ready for the those things. I'm gonna start on that tonight actually. So I might do an upload every day. That was a long debate, man. So you're gonna have a lot of uploads getting cooked. Dudes they take an L and be obsessed. Tariq that she be cooking these dudes, Bushmeat, Barrister, all these guys, they just become ops, keep calling in. Tariq, remember me? He'd be like, no. He'd be like, yo, well, we debated 2 years ago, man. And you said this. He'd be like, yo, who the hell are you, man? I debate millions of people. Who the hell are you? Like they think that's special. They could call in 2 years later and say, remember me? We debated capitalism versus socialism. We debated, man. You think you're the only person I talk to, or you that special? You said something so profound that thing stayed with me? No, man. Bro, we're delineating, man. Nothing you can do about it. We are delineating, okay? We're foundational Black Americans, okay? We're not African nothing, and we're not an African American. And you got Tucker Carlson. Oh my God, he cooked you. Oh, matter of fact, I almost forgot, family. I do got to share a video. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Super chat, lineage, love in the building. We got my life been exchanged for yours. FBA, $10 super chat. He says, goat lips. Why are you in the FBA space? Right. Trolling. And look what you did. You trolling so hard. You didn't let a brother have the need to felt the need to send some lineage love my way. Good look. So now, not only did I beat you, I'm getting little lunch money. Little lunch money rewards beating you up. Yo, $10 like a like two slices of pizza. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. So now I got lunch money from beating you up. You dig? Matt, yo, next time get your waiter. Oh, let me share my screen. Share my screen. Yo, check this out. Now you know how I say who's black, who's not, right? Also, I beat him up on that too. The black thing. I said, bro, notice we're talking about when we look at the free people who got themselves free from slavery. Notice they're called free blacks and not free Africans. Like that, he had no rebuttal. I said, bro, it's called the Black Reconstruction. It's not called the African Reconstruction. I said it's called Black Wall Street. It's not called African Wall Street. It's called Black Love, not African Love. It's called Black Power, not African Power. It's called I'm Black and Beautiful, not I'm African and Beautiful. It's called Black Banks, Black Economics, not African nothing. All of our most pivotal moments in this country, all of our wins, all of our sacrifices came under Black. You know what came under African American? That term was introduced in 1989 during the height of the crack epidemic. That is what is thought of when you say African American. You think of mass incarceration. You think of the 94 crime bill. You think of stop and frisk, all negativity. You think of Black on black crime. All these events are on the clock to watch of the word African American. Bro, what great moments that we had that can compare. Oh, it's called the Black Civil Rights March. It's called the Black Boycott. The Black Boycott. It's called Black Power. The Black Panthers. All these beautiful things. Dr. King said, I'm black and beautiful. He didn't say I'm African and beautiful. I'm black and I'm proud, James Brown. Or is he African and proud? So no, you're not gonna force this foreign name on us, man. Get thee behind me, Satan. You're not gonna force this foreign word on us to have us look at, like, to have people look at us like we're not foundation. I resent that. All right, so now let me show this clip. Let me show this clip. Now remember, keep in mind, I'm one of the first ones in recent time to say, no. Lex Vortex, he actually said it before me. All right. I found out, I did some research. Lex Vortex said it before me. But outside of him, that I know of, I'm second as far as saying we're the only black people. All right, hold on. All right, so let me share my screen. Y'all gonna appreciate this. Yo, these guys are still in the weight room. This is OD. Trying to steal our shine, man. Go to your Pan-African circles and do your work there. All right, family, check this out. Sound, all right, I got it. Check this out. This is wild.
Nigeria?
Yeah, I'm Niger boy, bro.
You're African, bro.
Yeah, I'm African, bro. I'm not denying the fact.
You're not black, bro. You're African.
Yes, you are technically a black woman, but what you are doing is really insidious because you are not a black American, and that is different, and you should know that, and you probably do know that.
Whoa! Now this is going to be a very interesting conversation.
Man, it's correct.
Conversation.
This is crazy.
Get misunderstood in multiple different ways. It seems that the white Americans see the black American and African problem. Well, we're going to be addressing this. My name's Adonis Crash Boom. You guys are watching Adonis Live. And if
Yeah, this is beautiful, family. A white boy is checking these tethers. Yo, this is crazy.
If you have not liked the video game, come on. Smash that like. I hate saying smash that like, but tap that like button. Show your love, not your anger. This is going to be a really interesting conversation. And I don't think many people are comfortable with opening up this discussion, but I'm going to try my best to navigate this without sounding, what's the word that they always like to say? They always like to say
divisive.
that we are
xenophobic.
What's the word, chat? What's the word? I honestly
xenophobic,
don't know.
divisive.
It's
I got you.
It's gonna come to me. But they always like to say like we're better, we think we're bigger. Where there's a word. Comment in the chat if you know the word that I'm actually looking for. But thank you for the people that have subscribed to the channel. Thank you for the people that have watched. Let's get straight into this.
Nigeria?
Yeah, I'm Niger boy, bro.
You're African, bro.
Yeah, I'm African, bro. I'm not denying the fact.
You're not black, bro. You're African.
Being African is being black. Are you dumb?
Nah, bro. On God, there's a difference. Okay, so you're black, yeah? If someone's black, like they carry the culture, the heritage, you know, all that stuff of a black person, you know. But an African guy, he has different culture, he has different everything. Then if you look at when you talk black, I'm thinking like African American, like the black guys you see in the U.S.
You love writing melodies,
But
they go
this ain't
nowhere.
the premium
Imagine if your
account.
unfinished ideas actually turned into full tracks.
in the U.S.
This is interesting. This is literally interesting. Like we've always spoke about the cosplay of it all, you know, and now we get to see Caucasian people actually sit down and have the same type of conversations. Like, bro, you're not a black American. Like, hold on, let's.
Ever since my mom gave birth to me, I've never seen anybody as stupid as you. Like, you are beyond stupid. I'm lost of words to describe how stupid you are, bro. You make me lose a brain cell. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I might gotta go to bed after this. Like, I'm done streaming.
Whoa. How is that stupid? I think he was like, that was correct. Like, that was 100% correct. You know, there's a different culture between melanated people, but you're sitting down and putting black into a monolith. And when he tells you from a logical perspective, like, bro, like, You're not black American. You're not black. Like, you're African. You have a completely different tribe. You have a completely different culture. In Africa, they don't call each other black. They call them they represent by their tribes. So when he's telling you this, you call him stupid and derogatory names. It says the most dumbest person you ever speak. How? Like, you're confused. Like, I think that he might be confused at this moment in time. He literally broke it down in a very simple way for you to understand. And instead of you comprehending what he said, you called him stupid.
It's in the back chat right now.
Make sense, you know, because he literally broke it down from your culture to that culture and everything, and you still didn't get it. It's like he said, "Oh my God, he took away my shield." Is that what it is? Are you taking away the cosplay outfit and it makes you feel nervous, so you just want to call people dumb and call people stupid? I don't think that is appropriate, but okay, let's go.
Yes, you are technically a black woman, but what you are doing is really insidious because you are not a black American, and that is different, and you should know that, and you probably do know that. In another comment, you said, "How do you know I'm not American?" When all of your content has you in Papua New Guinea. Just yesterday, you posted a photo of you standing outside a place that is only in Papua New Guinea. I think it's really insidious what you're doing because I think you think that I don't know better.
Right, you're trying to cosplay.
Hold on.
Yo,
that was a bar right there.
Yes, it was.
I'm going to explain why you're probably thinking, why is this important? I'm going to tell
let
you.
me go a little further. Let the white dude cook.
Black Americans, because you are black. And I'm sorry to tell you, you picked the wrong one. Sydney Sweeney is an American actress currently working in America. The subject of discussion is her ad for American Eagle.
Right.
And we are discussing white supremacist dog whistles because of the history that they have in America. Not only do I generally think that non-Americans need to kind of sit out some discussions that have nothing to fucking do with them, but the reason I think that is not because it has nothing to do with them. I mean, unfortunately, America is in such a position internationally that it kind of has something to do with everybody. But my thing is, you are unlikely to have built in the lived experience of picking up on these things if you did not grow up here. I'm not...
All right, so I'm gonna stop right there. So yeah, y'all see where we going with this. Cook the hell out of them, yeah. Cook them. Oh wait, I got one more. Let me go back. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Damn it. Looking for the Tucker Carlson. I ain't gonna find it. Hey, let me look on the net. Tucker Carlson, FBA. There we go. Where's it at? It gotta be a skit. Okay. All right. Let me go.
This isn't a flex.
I would never touch this dog right here. I'll never touch him. Dewan B. Let's go.
Don't just take classes.
This is my
take charge.
other account.
Start your comeback today at theglobal.eu.
Energy moves us. It's what gets us up, gets us going. From getting you through the work.
Come on, Dewan B. Let's get to it, baby.
And let me be how to construct value.
My man got 12K in one day.
You know, he didn't say anything to with. A great
Come on, let's get to it.
That's off camera. It's cool. Here. So this is you to go watch his whole video.
Man, hell no.
Talk about it, all right?
Lexicon of a fringe group of black.
Let me set it up a little bit more. Let me set it up a little bit more for that.
Let's go. Come on, Dewan B. Let's get it, man. Everybody want to see it.
African Americanism. So the argument.
Oh my God! Come on.
The thing, and
God, they gave me clickbait.
That's just being fair.
He gave me clickbait. Oh my God. Let me see. Oh, Tariq definitely got it.
Here we go. And you still just a dusty, rusty, and always musty tether. And we are the people to let you know. Certified foundational Black Americans. Let's go
Where's
to
the
work.
video?
Tupac, tell him something. I don't care what y'all think. If you whatever the fuck you think you are, until we own some shit.
Oh, wait. Wait, Tariq did it on Sunday. Which day was Sunday? Damn.
How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African Americans? We out here dying. We done and we niggas until we set this shit right. Trust me when I tell you that shit.
And which video it was? Oh, it's live, right? There we go.
In case of baseball-sized hail.
Weekend, a great weekend so
Well,
far.
Tariq, let's get to it.
Where are my other moderators? Let me see if I got them in here.
Nobody gonna get straight to it. Here we go. Here we go.
And fully understand. All right. Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it popping. So here we go.
Count on Big Brother Tariq to get it right away.
Here we go.
And they called you a racist for that? They did. Which is actually quite interesting because I got a call from the Foundational Black American Society here in Florida who reminded me that Byron's mother is Jamaican, he is Panamanian, and they found it quite insulting in their words that he would try to claim victimhood of slavery without a single descendant of American slaves in his family.
I like those foundational guys.
They're so good.
Tariq Nasheed and all. I mean, I don't agree with everything, but like they've got a perspective. If your family's been here 400 years,
you dig,
and the descendants of a lot of American slaves or families have been here 400 years. I don't know. I think that gives. I'll listen to you. Like you've got, you've got a point of view that is legitimate. I think.
Yeah.
Fair use, by the way.
And they're unequivocally heritage Americans.
That's for sure.
100%.
They're definitely heritage Americans, if anyone is. And, someone rolls in from Ghana and gets an MSNBC slot and starts speaking on behalf of Black people.
Right.
It's like, shut up, honey. You've got nothing to do with this.
Right.
That's
Literally.
a fair perspective,
Right.
I think.
And so it's good to actually see them call them out for that. That's actually cultural appropriation. Appropriating a struggle of slavery.
I totally agree.
And the struggle of slavery was real. I don't think Republicans ever want to really whitewash that. It's real, right? But for
We're
Byron,
against slavery.
we're against it.
Whether it's in the, West Bank or here or anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah, against it.
And so for Byron's group, his team, to call me and essentially our entire supporting base racists for saying that you're a slave when quite literally you took $45 million. You won't tell us what you agreed to take that money.
So this is heavy. They're throwing Byron under the bus. This is heavy.
$45 million primary, which is unprecedented. You know this, how unprecedented that kind of money is in an uncontested primary until now. But secondarily, to actually go out and try to gaslight us and think that you're just one of those guys that has been here, since the early 1800s.
Right,
your family was in the
ethnogenesis.
struggle too. You're not. And that's a very interesting term.
Here we go.
So they know what it
Look, he
is.
about to say the term.
Foundational Black Americans use it's
Yeah,
called
where's the revenue
tether.
at, yo?
They're tethering these tethers like Byron Donalds. They come here literally one generation in, and they try to just sit around and act so folksy that we're all part of the same struggle and we're all down on
Yeah,
our and
where's
we need to
revenue
fight
for this one?
against. No, you just got here, dude. Like the Haitians, like the guys from Ghana who just got here. You don't get to just be a part of our system and then lecture us about how our country went wrong.
Family, the tether class.
Yo, they got white boys calling them tether, but they want to say, "Oh no, we're just a small." You got the guy Unc said, "We're just 1,000 deep." Okay, well that 1,000 deep got a lot of power. Okay, that 1,000 deep got a lot of influence. Cause we got the white boys calling y'all tethers. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy work. What y'all gonna do about that, man? You got white boys calling you tethers? What y'all gonna do about that? Sheesh.
That is crazy, yo. That is crazy work, yo. But we are cult members. We don't have no power. Nobody listens to us. Yeah, all right. Well, we gave the and guess what? They can say tethers. Now they can't say the Niggers word because they're racist. They say that, right? They can't even say Nigga. They're racist. They say that. But they could call y'all tethers with so much anger and so much racism, and y'all gotta hold it. Because tether is not a racial anti look, I was gonna say use the same word in the definition. Tether is not an anti-tether word. I use the same word in the definition. I broke the rules. Tether is not an anti-tether word. It's a fact. It's an action of a human being that's foreign to this country that has African descent, who disrespects the foundational Black Americans of the country. That's a factual action. It's a negative factual action. You're tethered if you disrespect us. Own it. Own it. Yeah, this is a super L. So first you had these conservatives acknowledging and recognizing that we built this country on strength and soul, that we're foundational, we're FBA, they call it FBA by name, Foundation of Black Americans. And now they are accepting the term tethers and they understand it. So you know what's crazy? Tariq Nasheed did 1,000 videos on what's a tether. So tethers would literally call in his broadcast and then ask him what a tether is. Now it's like, hold on, you got the word from somewhere. You heard the word in context somewhere. Tariq got 1,000 videos to keep re-explaining what a tether is, and you guys still want to ask what a tether is. But white people can hear it one time and know exactly what it is, know exactly who he's speaking to, and know exactly why it's even a thing, why it's a verb. And they don't see it as a divisive term, xenophobic. They see it as a necessary term. But only a tether pretends that they don't understand why or what a tether is. So you know what? And I got like 3 videos on what a tether is. You dig? So I think I got to do a 4th one. What's a tether? And I'm gonna have the white dude Tucker Carlson explain what it is. I'm gonna do a 4th video and have white people explain what a tether is. Oh my God! Like now, do you get it? you got it in black and white now. Now, do you understand what a tether is? You got it in black and white. No excuses. Oh, I know, yo. They are big mad. So now, like when they try to pop their collar, they have a white guy say, "Shut up, tether," and the rest of America can be like, "What's that?" They're gonna Google that shit. They're gonna Google it. That word gonna go viral, yo. All those crazy racist conservatives gonna be using that word left and right because it's not a racial term. It's what happens when y'all poke the bear. It's what happens when y'all off cold. I see we got some FBAs in the house. Yo, make sure y'all like the video, by the way. Liking the video puts our videos in the algorithm for other lineage family members to enjoy the broadcast. You dig? We have Pan-Africans in here, cloud chasing. We got Tethers in here, cloud chasing. And y'all gotta understand, bro. We don't need y'all in our spaces, bro. Like we're gonna do our numbers regardless. Like y'all don't make our lives popping, by the way. Like how we make y'all lives popping. Y'all don't make our lives pop. Live, said live, YouTube live, our stream. Let me say streams, our live streams. Y'all don't make our live streams popping like how we make y'all live streams popping. Okay? When y'all put our name in y'all title, our live streams are popping. But when y'all come over here, we don't get extra numbers. Hell no, it's the same numbers. Matter of fact, sometimes we get less numbers because the chat be saying, they give us headaches. All they do is whine, complain, and don't make any sense. You know, purposely don't make any sense when they argue. Okay. So let me give I see who's that?
We got let's see, BB. Let me give you a lineage wrench. If you're FBA and it's your first time here and you don't have a lineage wrench, let me know. Let me make you a mod. So you can time out these African booty scratchers and these tethers. Yeah, tether's not a protected group. So this what happens. You're off code, disrespect. Okay. Now white supremacy, like, oh, all right, we'll take it from here. So now white supremacy is finding out that we have delineated. It's all fair game on tethers. They're like, oh, really? So if we do this and do that, y'all ain't gonna march for them? Word? Say word. Oh shit. All right. Well, let's try it on one tether and see if y'all bluffing or not before we start. Yo, they're gonna be illegally snatching these folks up, deporting them. So, I missed the super chat. My fault. My life had been streamed for yours, FBA. I see it now. I see the super chat. He says, Ron, in your opinion, do we need to check the new tether Black Panther Party for going against ICE agent? You know what? Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Yeah, but like I said, it's a lineage thing, family. I got songs representing the lineage. I got a song called It's All About the Lineage, Baby. I got a new song that's called Show Me Love. Basically, I got a song called Not Like Us. They Not Like Us. I got some dope intimate songs for the lineage that you could definitely vibe to because they speak to your inner soul. They speak to your glow. Yeah, so you could see I got like 17, 18 songs. I keep saying I'm gonna put them on some platforms so y'all could, I don't know, get them, whatever. But I got a friend who's doing that with his music, so I'm just gonna link up with him this weekend and see what he did and just, learn how to do it from him. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to what the hell? What the hell? Yeah, so I'm going to figure out how to do all that. Right. So what's up, family? Y'all having a grand night? Damn. Oh, so yeah, I go live every morning, or I'll say I'll go live most mornings. So if this is your first time here, you want to definitely subscribe. You want to hit that like button, click that notification button, and you want to pull up, check me out, see if I'm live in the morning, which most cases I am live in the morning. Sometimes we live content. Sometimes I replay something I did before that you guys probably not ever seen before, because a lot of y'all guys are new. This channel is roughly new. You dig? Like we lit like that. This is a year-old channel. You feel me? These guys been online for like thousands of years. Can't get 10 people to watch them. You dig? This is further confirmation that we are lit. We are the glow. I call it the glow. Some of you guys say major spirit, ancestors, energy, whatever. I just say glow. We got that glow. All right. So anyway. We got community skeptics in the building. He says Black African power. Yeah, so I like the community of skeptics because he a dude that's not afraid to be challenged. You feel me? He's not afraid to be challenged. He'll pull up. He ain't gonna debate you or go back and forth with you
and then leave and then make Facebook posts and tag you in, call you names. No, he don't do that. Like, he debates. Sometimes we cut each other out lightly. It's nothing serious. But we leave it at that. Like, we leave it on YouTube. We don't go to Facebook and all that other stuff, man. But like, you need a worthy challenge every so often. You know what I mean? When you in these spaces, this is it's needed. Like, you know what I mean? You can't just go unchallenged. But when you get done being challenged, you gotta lick your wounds. You can't go on Facebook, make Facebook posts, defaming, lying, trying to disclose Facebook inboxes like something in there was really deep. Like, dude, stop. And then whine and cry and beg for another. We had 2 discussions, 2 L's. I gave him 2 black eyes. He wants a 3rd discussion, and he wants to pay me $1,000 for a 3rd discussion. Like, dude, I'm not falling for that $1,000 scam trick. You know, they click this link. It's $1,000 there. I clicked that link. I got a notification from Wells Fargo. Like, you have been scammed. Your bank account is negative $3 million. No, not falling for that African scam. You dig? No. Now, I do want the community of skeptics to send some of his peoples over here. See, because what happens is, like, they got a lot of bark and no bite. What I mean is, they're only tough when they're around their homeboys. Like, Tupac got a song called "You Ain't Nothing Without Your Homeboys." So, like, they only tough when you go to their channel when they like 9 deep. So I'm gonna need, hey, Chef came over here, community. So did Reggie. So did I call him Reverend Reggie. So did Corey. And Stew Peas, Bag Juice, bro. I need you to send. You got to do this, bro. You got to do me this favor, and you got to tell him it's only right. And look, when Chef came over here, I didn't cuss him out, I didn't mute him, none of that stuff. He came twice. I need you to ask Sosa to stop by. I know Sean ain't coming. I beat up his bully homie, so he ain't coming. It's over for him. But I'm gonna need you to sense, like, I'm serious. I need you to let me know in advance so I can know where he's at, and I can let him on. You dig? But I need Sosa on here because I got that Tupac logic. They ain't nothing about their homeboys. So, like, let's see what they really stand on. Like, these guys are supposed to be pseudo killers. They're supposed to be scientific literate, right? Researchers. They got the scientific methodology. They know how to debate and defend their argument. Okay. Let's test it. Send them over here, man. I want to talk to Sosa on this topic, FBA. Is it necessary? I'm speaking about delineation. Is it necessary or unnecessary? Is FBA cold? You know, all those talking points he be having over there by himself. You dig? Nobody in front of him. So yeah. He gotta, stand on his own. Tretch said, I do my dirt all by my lonely. So we need this guy to do his dirt all by his lonely. Can't hold his hand. All right. So yeah, make sure he come over here, have a chit chat, about an hour long. I won't beat him up too badly. But make sure he don't come like Rob Bourne, Alan Brown. Make sure he don't come like that, all cocky and stuff. Because I will send him home weeping. I heard X told me he was talking to both of y'all, and Sosa kind of like didn't get it. So maybe if I explain it a certain way, he'll get it. Do me that favor, please. Yeah, intellectually squabble up. Exactly, bro. Like I said, I promise I ain't gonna mute him. Matter of fact, I'll give him like a minute, 30 seconds. Like, both of us get a minute, 30 seconds. Like, hey, man, you got questions for me? Give me like 3 questions back to back to back. No. Back and forth. Give me a question. I got a minute, 30 seconds to address it, or 2 minutes. Let's say 2 minutes.
I got a question for him. 2 minutes, about an hour. I bet you he run out of. I bet you this, family. I bet you he run out of questions before me. I bet you I answer every question he got for me easily. He did. I bet you he struggled with mine though. I bet you he struggled with my questions. Because that shows who's paying attention. Nothing these guys are going to ask me, I can't answer. But I don't think that energy is the same way, the other way. I think they're going to get stuck on certain questions. I know they are. They're proven stuck questions. You dig? When you don't stand on integrity. If you stand on integrity, these questions should be easy. All right. So yeah, so send old boy over. I could do a live tomorrow. That's Thursday. I could do it Friday. I got a live Saturday night. Okay, I got a challenger Saturday night. So Saturday night, I'm going to be in rare form. I don't know if it's a debate or like a fill out, but if it's a fill out, I'm not going to disclose too much of what I got. I'm not going to let people like just ask me questions to figure out what I'm going to say and learn how to debate me. No, that ain't going to happen. I'm too smart for that. I'm going to be very vague, ambiguous, and general. Like I'm a seasoned debater, man. Debating online for 17 years. Yeah, you ain't gonna have me spill the beans on some fake ass, yo, I got a question for you. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna answer vaguely as hell. We got a $5 super chat in the building. My life been changed. Oh, thank you, brother. The brother is very active in the super chat. You feel me? So he's proven the super chat works. Okay. And I have a cash app if people like the work over there. People like me destroying, deconstructing Pan-African arguments, destroying, deconstructing tether arguments. And I love how I gatekeep the word black. That super chat's for you. And let me put the cash app in there. All right, peace. Peace. To me, it's character. Yeah, but send Sosa, man. Send him by himself. He's a grown man. Sosa won't struggle. I never. Yeah, I love the arrogance. Yeah, he says Sosa won't struggle. He said he doesn't struggle. Well, first of all, Unc is truly battle tested, right? So that's one thing I ain't gonna lie about. Like Unc, I seen Unc in real life. I seen him go in. The dude is he's I might disagree with some of his arguments, but the dude is 100% battle tested. Like he's not gonna get rattled. He won't get stage fright. I can't say the same for Sosa. So now he say Sosa won't be he won't struggle. So now, if that's true, family, we should see Sosa either tomorrow night, Friday night, but not Saturday. So he got to Friday. We can't do Sunday because that's football. So if that's true what you're saying, bro, then we should see him tomorrow night or Friday night. If you truly believe he's not gonna struggle, I mean, I don't even know how that's possible. Like I'm dead serious. I don't even know how that's possible. Yo, the dude Chief X said he wanted to debate me on FBA, and as we had a conversation, the dude didn't know what he didn't know what delineate meant, and he didn't know what ethnogenesis was. How do you plan on debating me? How do you plan on debating anybody who's FBA if you don't know our talking points? Yo, delineate, that's a major talking point. And that's why I know he's not ADOS. Like he's faking like he's ADOS, he's not. Because they know what that is, because they have a word they use called disaggregate. It's like similar to delineate. Actually, it's the next step after delineation. It's disaggregate. Then it's explicit representation. That's the third step. You feel me? So I don't know how it's possible to debate somebody who acknowledges themselves as FBA
and don't know what delineation means and don't know what ethnogenesis means, and you think you're gonna like Chief X, what the hell's wrong with you, bro? That's why I say, man, he outaged himself. Like when I say outaged, he's too old to like be in these spaces debating and teaching. That's he passed his prime. He outaged himself. Like he's at the stage where he refused to learn something new. He no longer studies. He don't have patience to study. Like, he's in his what do they call it? Like he's a grumpy old man. Like he's living his best life grumpy. But dude, don't you ever in your life ever publicly ever say you don't know what ethnogenesis is publicly, and never say you don't know what delineation is publicly. That's embarrassing. How you gonna debate me, FBA? That's some of our main talking points. But this is the arrogance of these guys, family. They'll debate us knowing they come into a gunfight with scissors. Like, dude, just go home, man. But so Chief X, the offer is still there for him. And I already know, like, he's not a good debater. So all he's gonna do is say, Tariq. He's not gonna debate none of our talking points. Just Tariq. Tariq's a scammer. Tariq is no good. He's a pimp. He's a whoremonger. That's all you're gonna do. Oh my God, he's 6'5". Ladies like him. Oh, I'm so jealous. Like, that's what it just comes down to. Just pure jealousy. Wish you had the attributes of another man, which is weird to me. Pure jealousy. Wishing you look like another man. And because you don't, you hate him. That's weird. That's some 69 God stuff right there. Oh boy. They be tripping, real talk. They don't know no. Did I put my let me do my cash. And so I appreciate all y'all. Thank you for liking the video. You dig? That's the Cash App. If that there's no pressure to support financially tonight. Don't worry about that. We're good. Do what's in your heart. So the next time go live, or so now look, the Cash App ain't just for lives. The super chat feature. You can only do lives. The Cash App feature, that's whenever you know what I mean. You feel like a brother put some deep hard work in there. That ain't necessarily just for live streams. That's for any time you feel like you want to support the wave. You dig? So anyway, family. Anyway, I'm knocking them out one by one. Might be reluctant to send Sosa because most of the guys that knocked out were his crew. So he might not send Sosa. That's like another one bites the dust. But yeah, man, we out here, bro. And on Dr. Ruxpin channel, he got one of his moderators. His name is The Proper Perspective. I already beat him up. So he's trying to like reinvent himself. No. So what I'm gonna do is tomorrow, I'm gonna replay. So tomorrow morning, I will replay my exchange with The Proper Perspective. I want you guys to get the proper perspective of him. This is a clown, another guy not my level. I easily beat him up. No effort, no real challenge at all. Okay, so tomorrow morning, I'm gonna definitely play that back. Yeah, so I'm gonna play some videos you probably didn't hear before. And a lot of these guys got beat up, and they're trying to reinvent themselves because I beat them up like last year. So like the smoke is clear, and they're trying to like come back on the scene like that never happened. So I gotta replay these videos to remind them their place. All right. Anyway, love you guys. The lineage all day. Signal boosting, that's what we do. See y'all in the morning. Black Americans. Don't forget the Wheezy F, baby. The Wheezy F. Call me Black American, but don't forget the Wheezy F, baby. Foundational.